Flynn, Episode 1, Overdue Account.
Hi. The name's Flynn. Michael Flynn. Age 30. Red hair. A little too tall. Too thin. And too obvious to be a private investigator, but that's what I am. Maybe not as sharply focused as I should be. Not like a lawyer. Yeah, my parents wanted a hotshot lawyer in the family. But I wanted to do everything at once. University, part-time job, daredevil escapades, and booze. And the old reliable booze. It took a couple of gut-wrenching shocks to make me realize I had to simplify my life, get out of the fast lane. Yeah, take things as they come. And that's how I wound up working part-time for old Sam Greene and driving him to the airport that night.
You don't know this girl like I do, Flynn. All I told her on the phone was I passed a kidney stone. No big deal. Before I know it, she's on a plane. You know what's she up to?
Hey, Sam, she cares about you. There's nothing strange about that.
No. We aren't that close, believe me. The last 2 years she lived with me was a Punch and Judy show. Now, when she moved to Toronto, I thought I'd die and gone to heaven.
You know, it's surprising what punches people's panic buttons. Now, you take Sam Greene. He's 70 years old. A lawyer for a good part of that. He's always cool under fire. So then he gets word about a visit from his niece, the girl he raised after his brother and sister-in-law died in a car accident. So suddenly, he's paranoid. How do you figure that?
Remember to call her WP. She's into initials. You know, corporate law went up and she... Right.
Sam, over here. Over here. Uncle Sam.
Oh, Willie. Oh, God, you look wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh.
But I told you not to meet me. You should be resting.
Oh, look, the stone's gone. Now, believe me, I'm 100%. You know, anyway, I brought Flynn along to handle the luggage. Well, you haven't met, have you? Oh, Willie. This is Flynn.
Hi, Miss... WP, right?
You still have an investigator on the payroll?
Oh, yeah, part-time.
I see. Flynn, 2 black tweed soft sides. Shouldn't tax your investigative skills.
Right. Back in a minute.
Yeah. I'll take your shoulder bag.
Sorry, it's my laptop, computer, and bubble printer. Never leaves my side. Let's go over here where we can sit down.
I was beginning to see what Sam was worried about. The attitude, a control freak. Fresh out of the corporate rat race. Sharp as a razor, used to running things. And what fooled you was this attitude came wrapped in a fancy package. Short brown hair, full lips, pretty blue eyes, and a curvaceous bod that even the blue pinstripe suit couldn't hide. But despite the sex appeal, I had a nagging feeling that Sam was right. This was a lady with a hidden agenda, you know what I mean? I got lucky with the bags and started back to where they were seated.
Well, of course I'm going to represent Joey Meyer. He's Carl Meyer's grandson. I helped to get Carl his citizenship in '48.
But Sam, Carl Meyer's been dead for 12 years. You have no obligation.
No obligation? Carl was my client. Now, dead or alive, it's what he would have wanted.
So this is how you're winding down the business? New clients and Flynn still on the payroll?
Yeah. Well, it's going to take time.
I see.
Yeah, but I don't need any help.
Now, that's where you're wrong. Your year end's coming up. That means the Law Society's audit is due. I can run your accounts receivable through my computer and bring everything up to date.
That'll take forever.
No, it won't. It's a snap. I straighten out small businesses like yours all the time. And if it takes a few weeks, no problem.
No problem?
Well, I took a leave of absence. Whatever it takes, I'm here for you, Sam.
Sam's niece was as good as her word. In less than a week, she had everything on her computer. All Sam's billings, appointments, notes. Trouble was, she was the only one who could access it.
Still some receipts missing, Flynn. Look through your pockets again.
Oh, yeah, my expenses. That was in the computer, too.
I have to get this business tidied up before Sam can walk away from it.
Now, you've got to get an idea of Sam's setup. The law office is on the ground floor of a faded two-story house, the last of its kind, on the south slope overlooking Vancouver's False Creek. Now, Sam's lived upstairs for the past 35 years. He's a few minutes from Erickson's glass-roofed law courts, and still a comfortable distance from downtown gridlock. I mean, worth a fortune in today's market. Something else for WP to file in her handy-dandy computer.
These files are a mess. Nothing updated, nothing thrown out. We'll probably have to hire a proper legal secretary to sort things out. Sarah's a sweet old lady, but she's let things go.
So what can I say? Willie was in charge, and Sam wouldn't do anything about it. So I decided to hang out on the Blarney Boy until the smoke cleared. I live year-round aboard this old sloop my dad left me. And Dad was a stockbroker, perpetual optimist. He died while I was studying law. Heart attack. That was one of the shocks I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of unfinished business, you know how it is. Flynn.
Flynn, we have an emergency. Come now.
What's wrong, Willie?
Please.
Willie? Willie? Her voice was straining for control. She was in real trouble. Now, I don't own a car, and there wasn't time to call a taxi. But I could see Sam's place from the marina. The fastest way up there, under the circumstances, was by bicycle. Mine was on the deck. A 10-speed mountain bike. I prayed the slow leak I'd put off fixing hadn't flattened the front tire. It had. There was a battered red pickup truck parked in front of the steps leading to Sam's office. It looked vaguely familiar. I didn't wait to check it out. With my last bit of strength, I charged up the steps and into the building. Willie, what's wrong?
Him.
I want Sam Greene. Where's the SOB?
Sam has a lot of feisty clients, but Charlie Thomas, a 270-pound native fisherman, probably has the shortest fuse. It was like trying to reason with a grizzly bear, but WP didn't know that. Encouraged by my timely arrival, she decided to put him in his place.
Sam Greene.
Look, this is a law office. You can't just burst in here. Put down that stick.
Stick? It's an axe handle, lady. See?
You broke the lamp.
Where's Sam?
Upstairs. He had a headache.
Okay, let me handle it.
You know this maniac?
What did she call me?
Mechanic. She said mechanic. We're expecting another client. So what's the problem, Charlie?
This.
He handed me an official-looking notice stamped overdue account. Sam's name and address were prominently displayed at the top. I suspected it was a recent offering from WP's little bubble printer. I shot a critical glance in her direction.
What are you people up to? Sam Greene represents me. And I wind up in the slammer. The bank seizes my boat, so the wife takes the kids back up north. I got nothing. Then, as soon as I'm out, another kick in the ass.
No, it's a clerical error, Charlie. I'm tearing it up.
Hey, wait a minute.
Butt out, Willie. This guy put 3 fisheries inspectors in the hospital. I'm sorry for the mix-up, Charlie.
Yeah. Well, you tell Sam to stay out of my way. He loused up my case, and I owe him plenty. And I don't mean money.
Thank God. You could have got Sam killed, you know that? What are you doing?
I'm phoning the police.
The hell you are.
Hey, what's all the shouting?
A crazy man. Charlie something.
Charlie Thomas.
Oh boy, what set him off this time?
This.
We sent him a bill?
I was tidying up the accounts receivable. You have no idea how much people owe you.
Charlie had some pretty interesting ideas about how he might pay you back.
Yeah, I'll bet he did.
Okay, so I made a mistake. I'll cancel the invoice. How about lunch on me? Granville Island Wharf?
Both of us?
Oh, yeah, sure. Both of you.
Sam drove us down to the wharf behind the Granville Island Public Market. He parked his 20-year-old Volvo in one of the covered garages. Willie slipped away for a couple of minutes to find a ladies' room. Sam and I got our trays from the food stand. I ordered the most expensive special on the menu. You know, a little payback. Anyway, we were just crossing the wharf to a free table when Sam bumped into a slight, balding man with a beard.
Sorry. I didn't see you.
Well, it's quite all right. My fault, really.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
No, I don't believe so. I'm new to your part of the world.
Well, some legal matter, maybe. I'm a lawyer.
I'm afraid not, no.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, no bother, no. Good day.
Could have sworn I met that guy somewhere.
The food was good, but all through lunch, Sam kept coming back to the Englishman he had bumped into. The man was about Sam's age, but judging from his blue blazer and white slacks, he might have been off a visiting yacht. Not quite one of Sam's crowd. More Willie's type. Still, the old man prides himself on his faultless memory. He didn't want to let it go.
A Brit. Voice. Now, where did I know this guy?
The sun was warm. The air was clean and fresh, funneling in off English Bay. Willie took off her jacket. She looked somehow softer, less pushy, more West Coast. Maybe not such a bad type after all.
Flynn? I'd like to see this boat of yours.
It's at the marina. A short walk.
This enough to cover the bill, Uncle Sam?
Oh, yeah. I'll get the car and I'll meet you over there.
Sam gave me a funny look as he left for the parking garage. I guess he was surprised, too. It wasn't like her to show a personal interest in the way I lived.
The Blarney Boy. Named after you, was it?
Oh, my old man. It was his pride and joy.
I've forgotten most of what I knew about boats.
It's a sloop. It sleeps four, in a pinch. If I stow away things like I should. Here, you can sit in the cockpit.
Sam said he tried to convince you to sell the boat so you could finish your law degree.
Yeah, that's right.
But you gave up on the law.
That was a matter of priorities. Sometimes people try so hard to succeed, they forget how to live. I'll get back to it sometime.
I could never do that.
Sounds like I'm goofing off, right?
No. But walking away from a secure income, pretty scary. I guess it's the orphan child in me. Life's too full of unexpected disasters.
Where was this coming from? I'd never seen her like this. Could I have misread her? You can see Sam's place from here. Up there, on the slope. Surrounded by ritzy townhouses.
I see it.
Yeah. It's amazing how he's been able to hang on to that old place. The developers tried everything to buy him out. Or scare him off.
He ever say anything about selling?
Sam? No. He's gonna die in his bed in that place. I'll take odds on it. Must have been an accident. There's a crowd gathering at the parking...
At the parking garage! Oh, my God!
Stand back, people. Let the paramedics do their job.
Is it Sarah?
Yeah, I think so.
No, let me through!
Sorry, lady. You'll have to keep her.
She's with me, Bob. Sam's niece. How bad is he?
Pretty bad, Flynn. Hit and run. He's unconscious.
Any witnesses?
Not so far.
Where are they taking him?
The general. It's closest.
I want to go with him.
We'll take Sam's car.
Okay.
As we walked over to the Volvo, I noticed some tire marks on the concrete floor. They were well away from where Sam was hit. And they weren't skid marks where someone had tried to brake suddenly to avoid hitting someone. These were acceleration marks. Someone had burned rubber in a fast start, and the vehicle had been lined up in the lane where Sam had parked his car. Now I was anxious to get to the hospital and get Sam's story. Why would anyone want to set him up? I had a spare key for Sam's car, but I forgot sometimes that wasn't all it took to get it started.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
It's 20 years old. The starter has a mind of its own.
Come on! Come on, you stupid car!
I drove WP to Vancouver General. We arrived right behind the ambulance and found a couple of chairs outside the emergency ward. Now and then the doors opened as a nurse rushed in or out. We got a quick look at Sam lying there. His face was pale as plaster, except for a scarlet bruise on his forehead. Only the pulsing line of the heart monitor indicated he was alive. All we could do was wait.
He just can't die. Not like this. Why don't they do something?
Well, he's stabilized. That's a good sign.
And all his family that's left. We were just beginning to work things out. I've got to get some water.
Sam's only next of kin. Right. That thought had occurred to me, too. And other thoughts that I didn't much like thinking. I got up to look for her, and then I heard voices down the corridor.
How could you survive such a thing? He's an old man. It's impossible.
He's in a coma. It's still touch and go.
Willie was talking to the man Sam bumped into at the wharf. They seemed surprised when they saw me.
Flynn, this is Gavin Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah?
I was just back to my hotel when I suddenly realized where I'd met Sam at a convention about 10 years ago. I felt so stupid. Well, I guess we both changed a lot.
So you drove back to the wharf on the off chance we'd still be there?
Ah, yes. That's when I heard the bad news. A police detective told me you were all over here at the hospital.
Yeah, I told Mr. Fitzgerald that Sam's still in a coma.
Hit and run, the policeman said. Dreadful.
That's right.
Somebody must have hit him and panicked.
Maybe. Or hit him deliberately.
What?
Maybe somebody wants him dead.
Like who? Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Fitzgerald, when you were driving off the island, did you see anyone in a particular hurry?
Well, a couple of vehicles, but then I'm not used to the traffic. Maybe they just seemed to
A
be.
red pickup truck?
Charlie Thomas?
You heard him threaten Sam.
There was a red truck.
Oh, my God. You see?
It cut me off at the traffic lights where the causeway joins the shore. Didn't see who was driving, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzgerald. You've given us a lead.
No, I'm staying at the Holiday Inn on Broadway. Perhaps if I call back.
We'll let you know how Sam's doing.
Thank you. I'll be off then.
Well, if it was Charlie Thomas, he's probably staying with his sister on Renfrew.
So we phone the police.
Not until I check out a few things. Come on. Sam's in good hands.
We're going after that madman? Just the two of us? Oh, I don't believe that.
Family members visiting patients.
What was Willie up to? Inside my head, suspicions were bouncing around like bumper cars. Some I didn't want to believe, but like she said herself, next of kin. She'd invited us to the restaurant, disappeared for a moment. Why? To tell Gavin Fitzgerald where Sam had parked the car? Then she wanted to see the boat, left Sam walking to the parking lot by himself, where Gavin Fitzgerald was waiting. When I reached Renfrew Avenue, I pulled into the lane back at the apartment where Charlie stayed, and there he was, washing his battered red pickup. I could feel the hair rise on the back of my neck. This wasn't going to be easy. Hi, Charlie. Talk to you a minute?
No way. I've had it with lawyers.
Were you over on Granville Island earlier today? Lunchtime?
Why would a guy like me be hanging around a yuppie place like that?
Were you?
Get out of my face, lady. What's going on, Flynn?
Hit and run. Sam's in the hospital. We're not sure he'll make it.
A witness saw your truck.
I'll handle it, Willie. Get back in the car.
My God, you're trying to lay a murder rap on me.
No, I'm not. You just have to prove you weren't there.
But I was there. After I went to your office, I checked on a job with one of the boat shops. But I never saw Sam Greene.
Then tell the police.
Get out of my way.
Hey. Put away the knife, Charlie.
I know a setup when I see one. All my life I've got the short end of the stick. But not this time. If the cops want me, they'll have to catch me!
Now we call the police?
I contacted Bob, my detective friend, from a payphone, then we drove back to the hospital and waited. It was a long night. There was something special between Sam and me. Acceptance without conditions, I guess that was at the heart of it. About 8 the next morning, Sam was still unconscious. Willie decided to go over to the house for a change of clothes. I tagged along.
What's wrong?
The door. It's been forced.
Oh, my God.
Well, whoever trashed the place did a thorough job. File cabinets were emptied onto the floor, desk drawers dumped, papers everywhere. Worst of all, Willie's beloved laptop and printer were crushed as flat as recycled tin cans in a blue box. It was a relief in a way, seeing her moan over the remains of her computer. Somehow she didn't seem like a master criminal.
Oh, my computer. Why would Charlie come back and do this when he knew the police were after him?
He wouldn't. Whoever did this was looking for something. Something they didn't find.
Well, how do you know?
Well, they were still trying to break the storage closet when something startled them, see? The door splintered, but still closed. And they dropped the crowbar. I never understood why Sam kept the storage closet locked. It was filled with worthless junk. Cartons of defunct files, boring court transcripts, souvenirs he never looked at. Even a pack rat would have chucked 90% of it.
Well, what were they looking for?
I don't know yet. But maybe it has something to do with Sam's hit and run.
Oh, now where's the phone? Where is it? Where's that damn... Hello? Yes, I'm his niece. Oh, that's wonderful. I'll be right there.
Who was it?
The hospital. Uncle Sam's regained consciousness. Come on, I'll drive.
Yeah, hang on. I'll be finished here in a minute.
I can't wait. See you later. Oh, he's been moved into a private room, 411.
She hadn't been gone long when I was second-guessing myself. Why in hell waste my time digging through boxes of old files? Sam was the guy with the answers. I was just turning to leave when I caught sight of the gray metal strongbox. It was secured with a small combination lock. I decided to take it with me. I could hang it on the handlebars of my bike. You awake, Sam?
Oh, Flynn.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh, as compared to what? An old man who wasn't run over.
Yeah, you gave us quite a scare. Where's Willie?
Oh, she had a phone call. Oh. Had a private phone, private room. What's all this costing?
She told you about the break-in?
Yeah. What's going on?
Well, maybe it was the guy who hit you. See who it was?
No. Blindsided me. I never saw a thing. What are you doing with my strongbox?
Could this be what they were after?
No, it's just personal papers. I haven't opened this in years. I see. No family fortune.
What's this?
Title to my house.
Those developers after you to sell again?
No, not lately. Anyway, why steal this? I can get another one from the land titles office. Oh, God, this stuff goes back a long way.
This guy in the army uniform. Is that you?
Yeah, Korean War. I spent a few months with the judge advocate's office, court martials, marriages, that's it. Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Oh, this newspaper clipping. Now I remember. Now he's changed, balding, the beard. Captain Edward Thorpe.
You've lost me, Sam.
Well, this is the man I ran into on the wharf, and the man who just called Willie said he had the lead on the hit and run. Oh, careful, my God. Captain Edward Thorpe, Korea. That guy's a murderer.
What?
Hurry now. There's no telling what he'll do to her.
I had just one chance in a million to intercept Willie before she left the hospital parking area. I ran down 4 flights of stairs, bolted by a batch of patients smoking just outside the entrance, and took off down the street. As I approached the parking area, I heard the sweetest sound I'd ever heard.
Willie! Come on, Willie, stop!
Flynn? Oh, thank goodness. This damn car, it won't start.
Willie! Sam remembers.
Remembers what? Oh, come on, Flynn. I've got an important
Fitzgerald,
meeting.
he's a murderer. I think Sam knew him in Korea.
But he was trying to help me.
Where were you supposed to meet him?
The pub at Bridges. He spotted the pickup he'd seen earlier. The driver went
The
inside.
pub at Bridges?
Yeah.
They don't open till noon.
A trap? Well, what good would it do if he grabbed me? Flynn, why are you looking at me like
How
that?
did he know you were with Sam?
Oh, my God. He saw me go into Sam's room. That's the only way he'd know. Oh, he's here.
And he's after Sam.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Yeah.
We took off out of there like a couple of alley cats with cans tied to our tails. Willie had no trouble keeping up. I was impressed.
Come on, Flynn, you're lagging.
Well, I didn't want to show her up. As we reached Sam's room, the corridor was empty, and the large, heavy door was closed. I pushed it open.
Flynn, he's got Sam!
Thorpe was smothering Sam's face in a pillow. Despite his frantic attempts to fend off his attacker, the old man was fighting a losing battle. I lifted the Englishman off Sam's chest and slam-dunked him hard into a bedside chair.
Sam, you all right?
Yeah, sure, I'm okay.
You're in deep trouble, Thorpe.
No. Let the police take care of it, Flynn. This man is officially dead.
Officially dead?
Yeah. I was prosecutor at Thorpe's court-martial for the murder of a Korean civilian. In the middle of the trial, the Chinese overran Seoul, and in all the confusion, Thorpe was reported killed.
What are the odds? 40 years living in California under an assumed name. And this was my first trip out of the country.
Visiting patients should check with the nursing station.
A chance encounter with a man who could destroy his world. Captain Thorpe, a.k.a. Gavin Fitzgerald, was right. The odds against were bigger than the lottery. Call it a wild coincidence or just unfinished business. It happened. And once there was a chance of Sam remembering, Gavin felt he had to close the book on the past forever. Luckily, we found out in time to stop him. As for my mistaken suspicions about Willie, well, I'd have to find some way to make it up to her. Then again, maybe I'll just keep the whole thing to myself.
You've just heard Flynn, Part 1, Overdue Account, written by Lyle and Barbara Brown. Featured in the cast were Boyd Norman as Flynn, with Colleen Winton as WP, and Robert Cloutier as Sam. Special guests this week were Sam Bob, Peter Howard, Eric Schneider, and Kara Anderson. Music for Flynn is composed by Alan Cranny, and the series script consultant is James W. Nichol. The recording engineers this week were Gene Loverock and Chris Cuttress, with sound effects by Chris Cuttress and Joe Silva. The production assistants were Dagmar Kafanke and Loretta Joyce. Flynn is produced and directed in Vancouver's Studio 3 by Don Kowalchuk. The series' executive producer is Bill Howell. Flynn, Episode 2, Red Dragon.
Come on over here. Here. That's the boys. Come on. Okay. Settle down. All right, now let me explain the rules of the game, okay? Tides and I were playing scrounge football.
Hey, good catch.
He'd been hanging out around the Blarney Boy for 3 days now.
Anywhere off the dock is out of bounds. Oh, no, you don't. You're not faking by me that way. What?
It's a long visit by his standards. Oh, yeah, you wanted to know why I call him Tides. Well, it's simple. He's a free spirit. Comes and goes. Ebbs and flows.
Okay. You win. Here's your dinner. Shh, quiet, boy. Quiet, Tides. I want to hear this.
Come on, Flynn, old buddy. Playing hard to get? I'm breaking a big story tomorrow. I need someone to help me celebrate. What about it? Okay, don't pick up. Hey, anything happens, I whispered it in a seagull's ear.
A seagull's ear? And what the hell did that mean? McNair was trying to hook me with another of his kids' guessing games. Jimmy's houseboat was on the other side of Granville Island, just a 10-minute walk away. But I knew celebrating another newspaper expose was just an excuse for a booze-up. Well, his columns don't amount to that much anymore. All sound and fury, but little substance. So I decided to stay and play with the dog. Should have been a better friend. This time he wasn't faking it.
Flynn, you home?
Hi, Sam.
You got company, Flynn?
No, just a telephone message, nothing important.
Well, come on, then.
Oh, okay. Where are we going?
Johnny's restaurant. Oh, Willie's meeting a guy there. A lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Invited her to dinner.
So what are we doing? Spying?
No. I'm hungry, that's all. Yeah.
Come on, let's go get something. Whoever Willie's date was, he had good taste. Johnny's was a first-class seafood house. Lots of windows overlooking a row of houseboats on Falls Creek. Yeah, it was waterfront, but right in the center of the city. Whatever surveillance plan Sam had in mind never got off the ground. Willie spotted us as we slipped in. The next thing we knew, we were invited to dinner.
My name's Kalari. The more the merrier.
How do you do? Sam Greene.
Hi, Uncle.
This is Flynn.
Hi, good to meet you.
Flynn. We're celebrating Martin's new appointment.
Oh, what appointment?
The special crown prosecutor. Attorney General called me in last week.
Martin will be focusing on youth gangs.
The locos, red tigers, a growing problem. It should be an interesting year.
I thought you specialized in immigration cases.
Oh, how'd you know? You look me up? No, that was years ago. I've been in corporate law since then. Not so messy. But you're right. Immigration and my interest in languages caught the attention of the higher-ups, I'm told.
You know what it's like when you hate a guy the first time you set eyes on him? Well, it was like that with Willie's new boyfriend, Martin Kalari. Another yuppie lawyer with an ego big enough to stupefy a rhinoceros. I mean, why couldn't Willie see through this guy?
Youth crime is very high profile right now.
So, toss the kids in jail and win a few political brownie points, is that it?
Flynn's got his own ideas about how to deal with juveniles.
Really?
Coaches a kids' team.
Oh, what game?
Football.
Football. Beanpole like you? I wouldn't have guessed.
Oh, yeah? Ask me anything.
Is this really necessary?
What about the Grey Cup?
What year?
1982.
Played in Toronto. Edmonton Eskimos against the Argos.
Oh, right.
Now, you tell me who won.
Toronto Argos.
Wrong. The Eskimos. Took the Argos 34-16.
$50 says you're wrong.
Oh, yeah? You're on. I got that much in one of my pockets here. Oh, and you have a wallet with a hidden zipper compartment. Impressive.
I don't believe this.
I'll hold the money.
I have a friend on the sports desk at the Sun. I'll give him a call.
Nice phone.
Just another electronic toy, according to WP. Hi, Andy. Glad I caught you. Yeah, Martin Kalari. I want to settle a bet. Can you give me the score in the 1982 Grey Cup game? Yeah, 1982. Eskimos 34, Argos 16. Really? Okay, thanks, Andy. Seems you're right, Flynn.
Imagine that.
Here's your money, my boy. Or maybe the winner should pick up the tab for dinner.
Willie shot me a critical glance. It had stupid men's games written all over it. Well, maybe she was right. But I was enjoying the afterglow of taking this suit to the cleaners. Then all hell broke loose.
Willie, are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. What happened?
An explosion right next door. Look, here's my phone, WP. Call 911. I'm going to check this out.
It took me a moment to grasp what had happened. As the smoke billowed away from the broken windows, I was able to look down the shoreline promenade leading to the line of wooden houseboats. One looked like an upturned box of matchsticks, completely shattered. A massive maelstrom of flame engulfed the chaotic tangle of cedar siding. It was Jimmy McNair's place. Well, no sooner had Martin and I charged out of the restaurant than a red sports car burst out of a parking stall nearby. The driver was Oriental, scared as hell.
Hey, you! Stop! I got his plate. RCA 034. I bet he's involved in this.
Yeah, well, forget him. There might be someone in that house. Come on!
The situation was hopeless. And nobody could live through this. The blast blew out the side of the kitchen and collapsed the upper floor into the living room. Fire was consuming everything.
It looks like the propane storage tank exploded.
Yeah, well, not by accident. I mean, these houseboats are checked regularly. Toughest safety code in the city. Look, let's try that.
Hang on, Flynn. The place is too far gone. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, Kalari was right. A wall of superheated air drove us back from the flaming wreck. Adjoining units were starting to smoke.
Hey, what's this? Must have been blown clear by the explosion.
Kalari retrieved a small, charred black box from the walkway. Judging from the dangling wires, it housed some kind of electronic device. Kalari carefully slipped it into his pocket.
Clear back! Clear back! Let the firemen do their job!
Listen, I'm Special Crown Prosecutor Martin Kalari. We found some evidence.
Thank you, sir. The police will see to it.
Thank you.
Get water onto the next houseboat, boys. The whole place could go up.
So you didn't see Jimmy today? Yeah, I'm okay, Ed. Let me know if he shows up or if you hear anything, okay?
No luck, huh?
Some people saw him earlier in the day. Not tonight.
Well, what about the newspaper?
Talked to the city editor. About 5 o'clock, Jimmy phoned. He was onto a breaking story. He wanted to fax them a revised column. They never got it.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, you did the right thing. Well, of course we'll represent him. We'll be right there.
What's up, Sam?
Well, now, you may want to pass on this one, Flynn.
Why?
That was my old friend Raymond Lee.
Huh?
His nephew was the kid in the red car.
By the time we reached Raymond Lee's townhouse, I was hyperventilating. Now, Sam had given me the lecture on due process, but all I could think of was this Sung Lee kid may have killed my friend. Then, as I got out of the car, I saw it. The red Camaro. It was parked in the open garage. And the rage just boiled up in me. Still, I managed to clamp a lid on my feelings.
Thanks for getting here so fast, Sam. The boy's inside.
Sung Lee looked older than his 16 years. He was trendy. Oversized black leather jacket, new designer jeans, Jetstar basketball shoes. He wore his baseball cap reversed. Small red tiger logo graced the area over the peak. Yeah, he was defensive and cocky, but his palms were damp. And sweat beaded along his upper lip.
Sam, he didn't kill the newspaper man. It's true he has been stupid, hanging around with those red tiger people.
Yeah.
I told him it would bring trouble, but I'm sure he has done no criminal thing.
Where's the boy from?
Hong Kong. He lives here with me now.
And I speak English if that's what you're worrying about.
Sam, you have to help him. We saw the news report on TV.
Yes, it's all right, old friend. We'll do all we can.
Sam, he was in that red car right across from Jimmy's houseboat. I saw him.
I was set up. I got a call. He said he was Jimmy something. He was writing a story on Asian gangs. There was some money in it for me if I checked his facts. Kind of a research thing. Nothing heavy. My name wouldn't be mentioned.
Yeah, well, if it was all as innocent as that, why did you take off so fast?
What the hell would you have done? I figured somebody's trying to kill me.
Well, maybe the Red Tiger gang found out about your meeting.
Hey, I was checking facts. I wasn't going to think on them.
You knew that, but did they?
Oh, my God.
Raymond, I'd recommend he turn himself in voluntarily before the cops track down his car.
Wait a minute. Your car. Why didn't you close the garage door to keep it out of sight?
Door's jammed. Conked out 2 days ago. The automatic opener won't work.
Where's the transmitter unit?
In the car.
Better take a look. This stair lead to the garage?
Yeah, you think they might be trying to booby-trap my car?
I didn't know whether I trusted the kid or not. But chances were there was more to the explosion and fire than he could have arranged. He was too stupid. A thrill seeker, not a hitman for a tough outfit like Red Tigers. The transmitter was in the car, but what about the detonator? Or there had to be something to set off the explosive. I got a stepladder and removed the plastic housing covering the control unit for the door opener.
That's what I was afraid of.
What's wrong?
The control box is missing. The transmitter's still in the car?
The open and close thing, it's in the glove compartment. I'll get it.
No, don't touch it.
You think that's what they used? I mean, to set off the explosives. But I was in the car. How could they?
Oh, great. Franklin.
Well, what do you know? Red Camaro? RCA 034.
Yeah.
And my old friend Flynn.
Look, he's turning himself in voluntarily, Franklin. Sam Greene's upstairs right now making the arrangements. Hey, there's more to this than meets the eye.
Oh, I'm sure there is, Flynn. Tampering with evidence, for one thing.
What?
Get into the police cruiser. Both of you.
Sergeant Dieter Franklin of the Youth Crime Squad. What he had to do with the murder investigation, God only knew, but I wasn't going to ask him right then. You see, I'd locked horns with Sergeant Franklin more times than I wanted to remember. He hated private investigators unraveling his cases. It took 2 hours for Sam and Willie to spring me, but Sung Lee was arrested and held without bail. The kid was in for a rough ride. So by 2 in the morning, I was back on the boat and fast asleep. But I still wasn't sure what had happened to Jimmy McNair.
Come on, Flynn, old buddy. Playing hard to get? I'm breaking a big story tomorrow. I need someone to help me celebrate. What about it? Okay, don't pick up. Hey, anything happens, I whisper it in a seagull's ear. I whisper it in a seagull's ear. I whispered it in a seagull's ear.
Flynn.
Seagull's ear.
Flynn. Flynn, wake up. It's morning.
What's happened?
It's me, WP. What were you dreaming?
Jimmy.
Oh.
Any news about Jimmy?
Well, they're not sure yet, but they found a body.
Found a body? In the houseboat?
Yeah, they're going to check dental records.
It's him. I know it's him. I'm going to find out.
Where are you going?
First, to the morgue, and then to talk to Franklin.
No, come with me. I've got Sam's car.
God, why didn't I listen? I owed him. When I was screwed up after my dad died, he helped me get through it.
You were drinking buddies?
Well, yeah, but it went deeper than that. You see, my dad was the one who wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh.
But he couldn't afford it, so he worked his ass off in the stock market and gave me a chance to fulfill his dream. You know, kind of surrogate.
Not the best reason to study law?
Well, no, I was never comfortable in the role. One day when we were drinking on the boat, I told him I was quitting. He didn't say much, but the disappointment was there in his eyes. So when I sobered up, I went to his office to apologize. The ambulance got there ahead of me. He'd had a heart attack.
He died?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know he had a bad ticker.
But it wasn't your fault.
Yeah, well, it took a long time for me to figure that out. Jimmy helped me. But when he needed help, I didn't even answer his phone call.
You can't beat up on yourself like this.
Yeah.
There was no way you could have known what was going on. We still don't know.
Going to the morgue to try to ID Jimmy's body was a stupid idea. The charred remains under a white sheet didn't resemble a human being in any way. One quick look and I was sick and out of there. By the time we got over to Sergeant Franklin's office, word of the visit had preceded me.
What's wrong, Flynn? You're looking a little green. Is it St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah. Do we listen to sick jokes or exchange information on the case?
Yeah, a little premature, aren't you?
The defense has a right to know.
After we finish our investigation.
Oh, then maybe you don't need to hear this.
What's that?
Audio cassette. Jimmy McNair's call to me late yesterday. Don't ask me about the seagull thing. I don't know the connection.
Well, let's have it.
After you give us a peek at what you've got.
I could nail you for withholding evidence.
He mentioned the call in his statement. He just forgot it was on tape.
Yeah, all right. Now, the stuff's in here. Don't touch anything. It was pretty well a meltdown. Personal computer, floppy disks, fax machine, wooden filing cabinet. Yeah, all hard copy files, stuff like that. A complete write-off. It was a hot fire.
What's this?
Yeah, telephone.
And this?
Some kind of timer. For lights, recording TV shows.
And
okay. That's enough. We're still examining this stuff, so let's go.
Is this the control box Kalari picked up off the walkway?
Yeah. And it matches the frequency of the switching unit found in Sung Lee's car. Now, other scratches and installation marks confirm the control box is the one taken from the garage. Your client's going to take the fall, Ms. Greene.
You still don't have a motive.
If you knew Jimmy McNair, you'd know that was motive enough. Now, he's been stirring up trouble ever since I can remember. This hit was probably an initiation rite, settling a score for older members of the gang.
How can you be so certain?
They use younger kids to do their dirty work. If anything goes wrong, they hide behind the Young Offenders Act.
But why McNair?
McNair was an SOB, Ms. Greene. It's a wonder somebody hadn't popped him before this. Give me the cassette, Flynn.
Yeah.
Thanks. I think you know your way out.
What was that all about?
Jimmy wrote some columns about crooked cops. A couple of weeks later, he was drinking with some friends and let slip that Franklin was on his list. But he couldn't prove anything. The rumor got around, and Franklin lost out on a promotion.
Oh, look who's here. My worthy opponents. I never thought we'd wind up on opposite sides.
Hello, Martin.
Did you pick up anything new?
Just a lesson on how to dance the chicken.
Sergeant Franklin's been giving you a hard time, has he? Well, let me know if I can help. Look, I had no idea McNair was a close friend of yours, Flynn.
Yeah.
Willie told me. I'm very sorry.
Right.
But we're still not sure it was McNair's body they found in the houseboat.
Oh, didn't they tell you? The dental records matched up. It was Jimmy McNair, all right. I'm sorry the news didn't get you right away. Yeah. Well, we've all got work to do. See you in court.
Sorry, Flynn.
It wasn't a surprise.
What was that thing about dancing the chicken?
Nothing important. Yeah, dancing the chicken. That's cop talk for keeping a suspect off balance and under control. Well, I was one step beyond that. When I walked out of Franklin's squad room, I felt barbecued and bagged. The confirmation of Jimmy's death hit me hard. Why was I still digging for evidence that could prove Sung Lee innocent? Well, maybe the cops were right. But somehow it all seemed too easy. I decided to walk my way through it again, trying to sort out the last few hours of Jimmy's life. But Willie insisted on coming along. I bought a couple of cups of coffee. We drank them as we walked the wooden wharf between the market and Bridges restaurant. We were running out of ideas. Then I saw it. One of the mini ferries linking Granville Island with the north shore of False Creek. On its bow, I read a name. Seagull. Come on, hurry.
Where are we going?
No time to explain. The little False Creek ferries keep a tight schedule, passengers are no. Willie and I were the only people aboard. But I knew the operator, Joe Kodosky. And he was cooperative.
Yeah, I saw him that day. Yeah, it was about 4:30, I guess. He used the ferry a lot, you know, crossing over the north side and walking downtown.
Well, was his routine any different this time?
Different? Stupid. God. Well, yeah, actually, yeah. He said he forgot something. Rode right back to the island with me.
Was he carrying anything?
Had an envelope. You know, the manila kind?
Yeah.
Maybe legal papers, that size.
No, think carefully, Joe. Did he do anything with the envelope when he got off? Maybe give it to someone?
Oh, sorry, Flynn, no. Things got pretty busy there for a while. There was a tug pulling a barge at Chip and some kayakers fooling around. No, I didn't know.
Well, could he have left it on the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, look if you want.
Well, where do we start? Everything's in plain view here,
Life
right?
jacket stored someplace?
Yeah, under the back bench there.
Bullseye! Back on the island, Willie and I raced to the Blarney Boy to examine the contents of the envelope.
You know, we shouldn't be doing this. It could be evidence.
Only one way to find out. Immigration papers. Official files, it looks like. But no printout of Jimmy's story.
Let's see. Confirmation of landed immigrant status. Names are Chinese. Place of birth, Hong Kong.
Okay. All right. Now, let's suppose Jimmy was writing a column about immigration. And someone slipped him these documents. Why? Because they're probably forgeries. He was worried someone would be trying to get them back, so he hid them on the ferry.
Well, why a ferry? Why not a bank, a safety deposit box?
Because he was paranoid about everything. And then he called. The seagull clue was in case someone was eavesdropping. He probably got back to the houseboat just before we all showed up at Johnny's.
Well, the killer must have been watching him to know he was there.
Yeah, you're right. He'd have to be right there. Sung Lee sitting in his car. Or someone else. Where he could watch the houseboat, make sure McNair was home.
Right.
Well, like us.
What?
We were right by the window in the restaurant.
Well, what are you doing?
Checking my sports fact book.
Why?
Well, the Grey Cup bet with Kalari. I was guessing. Surprised me when the paper confirmed the score. Yeah, here it is. Eskimos 32, Argos 16. Hey, wait a minute. I said it was 34-16.
Does it matter?
What? I gave Kalari the wrong score. I mean, he phoned the sports desk at the Sun, and they confirmed my numbers were right.
So they made a mistake.
The charred black control box. Kalari didn't find it. He planted it there on the walkway. It was cold enough to pick up.
What are you saying?
Kalari never phoned the Sun. He phoned Jimmy McNair. That was the triggering device. The detonator was on a timer attached to Jimmy's phone.
You mean Martin? You're out of your mind.
Clever plan. You were his alibi. And Sam and I were a bonus.
Nice going, Flynn. I underestimated you.
Martin?
Look out, he's got a gun.
Sorry about that. But otherwise, I'm afraid you'd have me at a disadvantage.
Then you did kill McNair.
And framed Sung Lee.
You're both right, unfortunately. I made a mistake years ago. I was a student working a summer job at a law firm. I was hard up for money. Helped forge some legal documents for a Hong Kong immigration ring. Just that one time, a stupid mistake. Now, McNair found out about it. Couldn't let that drunk ruin my career.
You son of a bitch.
Don't try anything, Flynn.
Why not? You're gonna do it anyway. What's the cover-up this time? Red Tigers strike again?
Just hand over the documents.
There was one slim chance. If I could get close enough to grab the gun. I held out the papers. Willie uncorked a perfect strike, hitting Kalari in the head with my heavy fact book. And I finished him off with a left hook to his soft solar plexus. So, Kalari's career as a high-flying crown counsel crash-landed into a jail cell. Sung Lee was off the hook. Sam was happy. And Willie and I shared the credit for solving the case. As for her taste in men, yeah, well, the subject never came up. We get along much better that way.
You've just heard Flynn, Part 2, Red Tiger, written by Lyle and Barbara Brown. Featured in the cast were Boyd Norman as Michael Flynn, with Colleen Winton as Willie, and Robert Cloutier as Sam. Special guests this week were Eric Schneider, Kim Kondrashov, Michael Andaluz, and Ken Kramer, with Wally Marsh, Owen Ferran, Harvey Lowe, and Angelica Chris. Music for Flynn is composed by Alan Cranny, and the series script consultant is James W. Nichol. The recording engineers are Gene Loverock and Chris Cuttress, with sound effects by Joe Silva. The production assistants were Dagmar Kafanka and Loretta Joyce. Flynn is produced and directed in Vancouver's Studio 3 by Don Kowalchuk. The series' executive producer is Bill Howell. Flynn, Episode 3, Whirlpool.
Now, my dad always said, don't get into an argument you can't win. Actually, I think he was talking about getting along with women.
You know how some women are just like terriers? They grab onto something, shake it into submission, and then tuck it neatly away, even when they don't have a clue what it's all about. It's the tidying up that's important to them. My mother's like that. And so is Willie.
I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of this. All I said was get him a collar and a dog license.
You're not listening to me. Tides isn't my dog.
What do you mean? He spends half his time on this boat.
And is he here today?
Yeah, well, no.
And for good reason. You tried to teach him to heel. Tides is his own master. You got to get that through your head.
Okay, have it your way. Keep bailing him out of the pound. I still say a license is cheaper.
Concentrate on your steering, Willie.
There was a good reason I was so defensive about that mutt Tides. He was part of the reason we were out here. A few nights earlier, the dog was aboard the Blarney Boy when someone hijacked a fishing boat a couple of berths away from me. I figured the dog would bark if there was any trouble, but we both slept through. Now I had the Valcon Insurance Company on my tail, and 4 days to find the missing boat. Well, as far as old Sam and Willie knew, it was just a fishing trip. Lawyers are a proud bunch. I figured it was just as well not to mention they were decoys in an undercover investigation.
The current's pretty strong here.
You're doing fine. I'll start the diesel and take in the sails. We had sailed north through the Strait of Georgia, stopping for a couple of days at Pender Harbor. No sign of the missing $200,000 seiner along the way. And no fish for old Sam. Not even my trusty electronic scanner, a built-in fish finder, could even the odds. So we decided to cut back through Jervis Inlet, then down the east side of the Seashell Peninsula.
Hey, this place we're going to, have you been there before?
Cutter's Cove. No, not many sailboats through here. It's just a village, but it's got a store and some mooring.
I hope they have a shower and some hot water.
You're tired of swimming in the ocean already.
Yeah, I thought you loved scuba diving.
Until I spotted those blue sharks near the shelf on Friday. What were they doing so far north?
Looking for food.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Despite our differences over the dog, Sam Greene's niece, Willie, was becoming a compatible traveling companion. Not that I still wasn't a little nervous about giving her the helm, especially when things were tricky. What are you doing?
There's something dead ahead.
Hard over to port.
Damn! What did we hit?
Sorry, Flynn. I should have seen it sooner.
It's nobody's fault. I'll take over here. You check the bow. See if there's any damage.
Willie, watch your step.
Yeah. Hang on to the safety line.
Well, there's no damage that I can see.
Good.
Hey, there. That's what we hit. It looks like a bale of hay or something.
It wasn't hay. I knew that as soon as Sam pointed it out. More likely, marijuana. Maybe 100 pounds of it wrapped in burlap sacking. This rugged coast was a haven for smuggling when times were tough. Our best move was to keep going. Why get involved? Then another boat appeared on the scene. A fast Zodiac inflatable.
Hey! Having trouble?
We hit a bale of something. No damage.
This wouldn't be yours, would it?
No way! If it's what I think it is, we better report it to the RCMP.
My radio's been acting up. Maybe you could handle it.
My name's Vern Finborgson. I'll pull this thing aboard and meet you at the store in Cutter's Cove. We can phone from there.
There were a lot of Finns scattered out through the Seashell Peninsula. Salt of the earth, most of them. Loggers, farmers, fishermen. Vern seemed to be a chip off the hereditary block. Fair-haired, a slim, agile man with broad shoulders. He had no trouble loading the suspicious cargo, and was as good as his word in turning it over to the Mounties. We all made statements. The cops figured the bale was part of a large shipment they had intercepted a few days earlier. The tides probably carried it into the inlet. We made arrangements to stay the night at Cutter's Cove and put the incident behind us.
Bread, 2 cans of peas, 3 steaks, dozen eggs, 5 pounds of potatoes, coffee. Is that all?
I guess so. Oh, yeah. You wouldn't have a recent chart on the inlet and a tide table, would you? I understand it's a little tricky in here.
Yeah, I'll get them.
Lorelei, the woman who ran the marina store, was plain as porridge. 6 feet tall, about 40. The gray was beginning to show in streaks among her long blonde tresses. She looked put upon. Nothing like the cheerful picture tacked to the wall behind the counter. There she was in happier times, holding a 25-pound salmon.
Here you are. Whole thing comes to $28.55. There's your change.
Thank you.
Well, where is he this time, Vern? I know you're in here.
Harry, shut up.
I know what you're up to, you two. You and Vern.
Oh, for heaven's
You're
sake,
going to
Harry.
frame me. That's what you're going to do. You let me carry the can. You steal my store.
Harry, we've got customers.
I don't give a damn.
God, Harry, you're not back on the sauce again.
Don't change the subject, you snake. You stay away from my wife.
You need to sober up, Harry. There's nothing going on between Lorelei and me.
Let me handle it, Vern. You help Mr. Flynn out with his groceries. Apologies, Mr. Flynn. My husband's a drunk. What can I say? Okay, Harry, back to the living room.
Cut me out, you two.
Come on, Harry.
I know what I'm going to do.
Oh, he gets worse every time he falls off the wagon.
Too bad. She seems like an okay person.
Well, she is. I try to help her out when I can. Her account books and such.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was in the back office. He's the problem. Alcoholic paranoia.
Well, I hope it all works out. But it's no business of mine.
I overheard you asking for charts on the inlet.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you want to go through the Skookumchuck in a sailboat?
Oh, you mean the tidal whirlpools?
Right. 2 of them. Right off the little island in the narrowest part of the channel.
I thought you could get around them at slack tide.
By using your auxiliary?
I got a 50-horse inboard.
Yeah, still pretty dicey.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Well, what was all the shouting about up at the store?
Oh, family squabble. Hey, you want to come aboard for a drink, Vern?
No, I'll take a rain check.
Well, thanks for your help.
No trouble. Anytime.
Seems to be a nice guy.
Not according to Harry Krebs.
Harry who?
Just a joke. Hey, come on. I did the shopping. You've got the galley duty.
Again?
Willie helped Sam with the dishes after dinner, giving me a chance to check out the marina and environs. There had been 2 sightings of a seiner-type fishing boat moving north up Georgia Strait the night my client's craft went missing. If they didn't want a chance traveling by day, the thieves might have holed up in one of these little coves. But there was nothing resembling what I was looking for at the small marina. Just a few pleasure craft and the odd aging native fishing boat. I used my binoculars to scan the shore of the cove opposite. Spotted a few cottages and the weathered wreck of an abandoned boatworks.
Hey, downpour. They frightened the man.
Frightened? I nearly jumped out of my skin. There, straining at his leash, was more of a bear than a dog. Probably a Malamute German Shepherd cross. His master, if you could imagine such a relationship, was a slight old man sitting on the foredeck of a homemade Cape Island-style fisherman.
What you be? A developer of some sort?
Tourist, just a tourist. You sure that leash is strong enough?
Oh, don't you mind old Thor here. You must have a dog. He can smell it on you. My name's Jack.
Flynn. You a fisherman?
Oh, when there's fish, yes. Thor, quiet. Not this year. Worst year I can remember.
So there wouldn't be any seiners through here. I hope I'd get some pictures.
Seiners? Oh, you mean putting out their nets in the inlet?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The seiner fleet's off the tip of Vancouver Island mostly this time of year. Quiet, boy. Rain's coming. Thor don't like thunder.
He's not the only one who's under the weather. I met Harry Krebs earlier.
Yeah? Oh, I don't know what's got into him lately. Harry and Vern have been buddies since they was kids.
Oh, yeah?
Gossip has it Lorelei's sweet on Vern. I don't put much stake in gossip. Except Harry's been drinking and sounding off pretty fierce. It must be something hooked into him.
The rain came down in buckets. Usually that helped me sleep, but not this night. I'd been looking for some trace of a missing fishing boat and wound up with more than I wanted to know about a saltwater soap opera, the Harry and Lorelei show. I slipped on my rain gear and went out to check the mooring lines.
Everything was secure topside, and I was just heading below again when I caught sight of a light. It came from the abandoned boatworks on the other side of the cove. I felt an icy shiver down my spine. You know, the kind you get when you wish someone else was working on the case. Who could be poking around there in the middle of the night? Then I saw it. A large commercial fishing boat was easing its way out of the derelict boat shed and moving through the cove into the channel. Was that Harry Krebs at the helm? A lightning flash silhouetted the vessel. The distinctive superstructure. The large take-up cylinder for the nets. She was a seiner, all right. But was she the missing Carol B? For a moment, I was seized with a mad impulse. I'd cut her off with the Blarney Boy. As I moved to cast off the mooring lines, I realized I wasn't alone. Thor, old Jack's dog. Only this time, no leash.
No! Thor! Friend! Friend, it's me, Flynn.
Flynn? That you?
Get him off me, Jack!
Thor! That's enough. Sorry, Flynn. Thought you were a prowler.
The fishing boat.
What fishing boat?
Well, you must have seen it. Someone took a seiner out of the old boatworks.
Oh, no, Flynn. That place closed down 15 years ago.
Well, you didn't see it then?
Stormy night like this, lightning and all, oh, people see lots of things. No shame in that. Good night.
So, I'd missed the boat, as the saying goes. Maybe it was for the best. Chasing a fishing boat through unfamiliar waters in the rain wasn't really one of my brightest ideas. My encounter with Thor was probably a blessing in disguise. I had my suspicions about Jack hanging around the marina, but that could wait. Right now, I was beat. I crawled into my bunk and zonked out. By 9 the next morning, the rain had stopped and a light mist had settled in. I was just turning over to catch another 30 winks when I realized the Blarney Boy was preparing to get underway.
You think this underwater scanner will help?
The fish finder? Sure. It's got a good-sized display screen, sharp definition, range is okay. Of course, you still have to know where to look for the fish.
I phoned the weather office. They're predicting this mist should burn off by late morning.
We'll be halfway down the inlet by then.
What's going on here?
Oh, good morning, Flynn. We were about to surprise you. I hired Lorelei here as a fishing guide.
She's licensed. Knows the inlet like the back of her hand.
And we'll finally have someone aboard who knows how to operate this underwater scanner of yours.
What was Lorelei up to? Was she taking us out on some kind of wild goose chase so her husband could put some distance between Cutter's Cove and wherever he was going? If that was Harry Krebs on the fishing boat last night.
Maybe we should have checked first, but we thought you'd be pleased.
I could refund your money.
I saw something unexpected in Lorelei's eyes. Something vulnerable and frightened. Maybe she'd open up about Harry Krebs if I went along. Without Lorelei's help, I was sure to come up empty.
So, what do you say, Flynn?
Let's catch a fish.
Great.
You take the helm, Lorelei.
Right.
We eased out of the cove through the early morning mist. There was a sense of unreality about it, as if we were being carried forward into the unknown on the back of an undulating gray serpent. I looked at Lorelei standing confidently at the helm, guiding us through the whispering narrows.
See over there where the water turns in on itself, over there to the left?
Kind of a circle?
Yeah, that's the large whirlpool.
You can hardly see it.
Slack tide. The bigger motor cruisers could go right through it now, but for us it's best to stay on the right side of the channel.
Right.
The tides rise through here up to 15 feet, and then they run down the inlet about 35 kilometers. And when they reach the end at Seashell, they reverse the flow, so there's a powerful surge of water through here both ways.
I bet.
That's what makes the whirlpool so dangerous.
A few minutes later, the inlet began to widen. When I took over the helm from Lorelei, I could still feel the current beneath the keel as the mists continued to fold in on us and then float away. But there was nothing sinister about it. Lorelei switched on the underwater scanner while Sam and Willie cooked up some breakfast on the galley stove below.
So, Chinook are a cunning breed of salmon, eh? How do we spot them?
Well, they like to get in the shade of a log boom at about 50 to 75 feet. We'll look for pilot birds in the area, then set the herring bait on downriggers.
Oh, yeah.
Up top in the cockpit, I was beginning to relax. Lorelei seemed to know what she was talking about. I'd picked my time to find out more about Harry's whereabouts. Then I heard it. Directly ahead, through the cold mist, I caught sight of a froth of bubbles roiling up from the depths. As I spun the wheel hard to port and throttled back, images of sea monsters spilled out of my overly active imagination.
Oh my God, there's something down there.
Lorelei's face blanched as she glanced up from the monitor screen. In that moment, the prow of a boat burst up through the air bubbles. At first, I thought it was a submarine surfacing. But it wasn't a submarine. It was the wreck of a fishing boat, somehow cast up from the bowels of the sea. I caught sight of the nameplate. The Carol B. For a few moments, the vessel was frozen in time. It was like being confronted by a ghost. Then it started slipping under, stern first.
Get a line aboard. We have to do something.
Flynn, you almost
Oh,
crashed.
my God.
Good Lord, did we hit that boat?
What happened?
Oh, no, it's sinking.
Oh.
Harry, for God's sake, Harry!
Husband's on that boat?
That's the Carol B, a stolen fishing boat. Harry took it out last night.
You knew? Oh, Flynn, I think I saw him in the wheelhouse.
Probably just floating debris. I didn't see anyone.
I know.
Better contact the police.
No, no.
The radio's still out.
Well, maybe he got to shore. Was there a life raft?
I don't know.
The boat, why did it come up like that, out of nowhere?
It's the whirlpool. It sucked the boat down, and when the tide changed, it threw it up to the surface.
Yeah.
But was Harry in it?
There's only one way to find out.
Now, don't get crazy, Flynn. That boat's gone.
Well, look, we can track it with the underwater scanner. Should spot something that big. We can mark the location for the police.
And Harry? What about him?
I'll try to find out. We adjusted our heading several times, sweeping the inlet bottom, with no luck. Then, Willie spotted an unusual shape just ahead of us, moving slowly, and 70 feet below, according to the scanner.
There. Look, it's settling on that rock shelf.
Yeah, it stopped. Well, what do we do now?
Help me with my scuba gear.
You're not going down there.
How else are we going to find out what happened?
Hurry, Flynn. The tide will be turning soon.
Here, let me tighten this strap. Are you out of your mind? Showboating like this could get you killed.
I need evidence for the insurance company.
What insurance company?
I'll explain later. Hand me the video camera.
You mean you were working for one of your other clients? My God, you were using Sam and me as decoys.
I didn't think you'd understand.
Oh, Flynn,
Well,
honest.
here I go.
Hang on to the anchor cable and don't stay down long.
Despite the awkward load I was carrying, I managed to work my way down the anchor cable. My video camera was hardly top of the line, and its waterproof case was originally designed for a cine camera. But the floodlight worked, and I soon caught sight of the sunken boat. It was lying almost upright on a rock ledge about 30 feet from where the flukes of my anchor dug into some debris. I snapped a safety line onto the anchor cable and started swimming toward the wreck. Although it seemed to be slack tide on the surface, over 70 feet down, unpredictable currents buffeted me this way and that. It was as if I were caught up in some ritual dance with invisible wraith-like custodians of the dead. It wasn't a thought I wanted to dwell on. So I fastened a line to a railing and released the marker balloon. After that, I concentrated on my camera work, recording the nameplate on the bow, the Carol B. Then I saw him in the wheelhouse, not 20 feet away. Harry Krebs. An Ahab-like figure. Reddish hair, stubbled face with blue-white skin. Slumped against the wheel, arms jammed down between the spokes. As the boat shifted over on its starboard beam, the drowned man's head lolled to one side. For a second, his milky, unseeing eyes met mine. I was caught by the unforgettable, pleading expression on his face. Without warning, my safety line drew taut and I found myself hurtling backwards off the wreck. There wasn't time to recover the body. It was all I could do to hang onto the camera. Well, I knew what was happening. Someone was winching up the anchor.
Hey! Hey! What the hell is going on? Willie? Sam! Hey, where is everybody?
There was no one in the cockpit or on the forward deck. The Blarney Boy was slowly drifting toward the Narrows a couple of kilometers away. Slipping off my scuba tank and mask, I tried to drop the anchor again. The winch motor was jammed. I'd need some tools. The storage locker. I was halfway down the companionway steps when I heard them. I hardly had time to turn and look up the steps. Vern was silhouetted in the opening. His arm came down, something hit me, and suddenly everything went black. My last vague memory was the sound of an outboard motor fading into the distance. Vern's inflatable Zodiac.
Flynn, wake up! You have to do something!
You okay, Flynn?
How long have I been out?
20 minutes, maybe.
We're in trouble. Vern cut the fuel line.
And the tide's turned. We're being sucked into the whirlpool.
Willie, go up top. Keep an eye on how close we are.
Okay.
Now, let's check the diesel. If there's enough slack in the hose, I can replace the clamp.
Come on, I'll help. Don't get air in the fuel line. We'll never get it started. Flynn, did you find Harry?
Yes. I'm sorry, I think he was murdered.
No.
Somebody tried to make it look like an accident.
Vern. He and Harry were partners.
Smuggling dope?
They'd steal a fishing boat, use it to transport the stuff from a mothership to the warehouse back of our store. A truck would pick it up and take it into Vancouver the next day. Harry would hide the stolen vessel in the old boatworks until things quieted down, and then he'd scuttle it.
You better hurry, Flynn! I can see it!
Okay, I'm going as fast as I can.
Okay, here's the clamp.
Old Jack and his dog part of this?
Vern paid Jack to be a lookout.
So Vern was the mastermind.
Yeah.
What a cool customer. Phoning the RCMP and turning over the bale of weed we found.
That lost bale was what started the trouble. Vern was so mad he docked Harry's share of the take. Harry said he was going to take the fishing boat north to sell it. Vern was livid. I tried to stop Harry last night, but it was no use.
Flynn! We're getting close to the whirlpool!
Pull the helm hard over. Try to beach her.
Okay, Lorelei, let's go up top.
Okay.
You get a safety line on the three of you. I'll take the controls.
Right.
The current's too strong. It won't answer the helm.
Look at that hole opening up like the mouth of a sea monster.
Secure the safety line. Our only hope is to stay with the boat.
Well, I've done all I can. Let's give it a shot. By now, we were in the outer ring of the tidal pool. We began to circle the deepening maw of the watery black hole. I closed my eyes, said a prayer, and hit the starter button again.
Oh, yes! Great, you did it, Flynn!
Still caught. Hang on and pray. There was only one chance. I had to take it. If I could build up enough speed and the engine didn't stall, I took the helm and angled slightly toward the vortex.
Are you mad? You're turning into the whirlpool!
He knows what he's doing, Willie. Give him a chance.
Hang on, both of you!
Oh, Flynn!
There wasn't time to explain. I had to maximize the power of the diesel and draw on the centrifugal force of the upper lip of the whirlpool. We were still on the outer ring. The trick was to keep the bow up into the spinning wall of water without losing way. A nosedive into the core of the whirling cone would spell the end of the Blarney Boy, and us with it.
Can you break free?
One shot at it. Here goes.
Oh, no!
Come on! Oh, Blarney Boy, my angel lad! You did it! You got us through!
That was a miracle!
That kind of thrill, I don't need more than once in a lifetime.
No, thank you.
The RCMP caught up with Vern and Jack at the Langdale ferry dock. Having the dog with them didn't help this time. As for Lorelei, her chances were good with Sam Greene representing her. All in all, our little boating adventure turned out pretty well.
Even Willie got over her snit about being window dressing for my insurance investigation. Or so I thought when we all climbed into our sleeping bags that night. Oh, come on, guys, a water balloon in my bed?
It's payback time.
For using us as decoys.
Thanks a lot.
You've just heard Flynn, Part 3, Whirlpool, written by Lyle and Barbara Brown, and starring Boyd Norman. Featured in the cast were Colleen Winton as Willie and Robert Clothier as Sam. Special guests this week were Angela Gann, Tom Macbeth, Des Smiley, and Lee Taylor. The recording engineer is Chris Cuttress, with sound effects by Joe Silva. The production assistants, Dagmar Kafanka and Loretta Joyce. Music for Flynn is composed by Alan Cranny, and the series script consultant is James W. Nichol. Flynn, Part 4, Ghosts.
On black, rainy nights like this, the dark things in your life catch up to you. You sense them before you see them. Ghosts from the past bearing memories of some pivotal event that changed your life. An experience you can't fix or forget. I knew that this was going to be such a night when I saw Laurie huddled up in the cockpit of the Blarney Boy waiting for me.
It's all right tonight. It's all right. Stay back. Hi, Laurie.
Sorry, Flynn. I didn't know where else to go.
Oh, it's okay. Man, you're soaked through. Come down into the cabin. I'll turn on the heater.
Thanks.
Don't mind the dog. You stay on the mat, Tides. Stay back. Stay. Laurie Fairfax and I had something special once. We lived together for 2 years. She had a bachelor apartment in Vancouver's West End, and we were both going to UBC. Life was a blast, one party after another. When we weren't trying to save the world, we were drinking it dry. Then, everything went off the rails. Here, let me take the sweater.
I thought maybe you wouldn't talk to me. All those things I said.
You're wet right through. Take everything off. I'll get some towels.
You know what they did to me? My own mother?
I heard you were out on the street. I tried to make contact, but some guy with a baseball bat said you weren't interested.
Oh, I was doing drugs. I was screwed up.
Oh, it's okay. I understand.
I'm clean now.
Good.
I am, honest.
I believe you. Just get in the sleeping bag. I'll heat some coffee in the microwave. Laurie was experimenting with cocaine before we split. I'd tried the stuff, but never felt comfortable with it around. Booze was my thing, and it was expensive enough. But Laurie came from a wealthy West Vancouver family, so money wasn't a problem. Not at first. But after we broke up and her parents' divorce went through, her mother cut back her allowance. So she learned how to steal things. And when that didn't work, she learned how to sell herself. Worst part, it was all my fault. Heat's in the cup. You still take it black?
Thanks. Oh, that's good. Wouldn't have a shot of rum, would you?
Thought you were clean.
Oh, give me a break. I meant drugs. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. You joined AA, right?
I've been to a couple of meetings. But I still have a brew now and then.
Oh, walking both sides of the street, eh?
You should know why.
Yeah. I can't forget it either. But, come on. Life goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, how are things going? You still crashing with your friends?
Don't I wish?
What do you mean?
That's what I was trying to tell you. My mother had me locked up in the house.
Come on.
I'm not lying. She turned the basement suite into a private rehab center.
barred windows, locked doors, 24-hour caregivers. 6 months of living hell.
Well, maybe it was her way of helping you get straight.
Oh, hey, whose side are you on anyway? You know how manipulative she is. My God, she drove my dad away, and Ted and I had no lives of our own unless we lied about what we were doing.
Hey, take it easy.
She's a bitch. If she can't have things her way, she'll lock the door and throw away the key.
Okay. Look, get some sleep. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, don't tell her where I am, Flynn. I heard her talking to my shrink. They're going to put me in an institution. That's why I made a run for it.
I'm not going to tell anybody. So relax. Look, you need rest.
Yeah. I'll need some money. Maybe I'll go to the States.
We'll talk tomorrow. You're safe here tonight.
Thanks, Flynn. I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, she knew she could count on me. I guess there had been a day when that was true. Now I wasn't so sure. I turned out the lights and propped myself against the bulkhead. I didn't want to sleep. I knew what I'd meet there in the darkness of my dreams.
Slow down, Flynn. You're going too fast.
I'm driving, okay?
The brake fluid's leaking, remember?
It's a vintage car, Laurie. You have to expect a little wear and tear, right, Ted? Ted? Hey, Ted!
He's passed out.
Is he now? Then we better get Sleeping Beauty home to bed.
Look out! The guardrail!
Oh, Jesus. Hey! Laurie? Are you okay?
My arm.
Oh, come on. Here. I'll help you. Oh, I gotta get this door open. Easy.
Okay. Ted!
Don't worry. I'll go back for him. You'll be all right. You just sit here. I'll get him.
Flynn, the car's on fire!
Ted, hurry. Come on, get out.
Ted!
I'll help you.
Ted! No, Ted! Oh, my God,
So, now you know what I've been living with the last few years. I killed one of my best friends, Laurie's brother. It was something I couldn't fix. Something I'll never forget. It drove Laurie to drugs and broke us apart. It was 5 a.m., still a little dark and wet outside. I checked on Laurie. She was gone. Damn it, Laurie. Where this time? Yeah, now you bark. Where'd she go? She's taken her clothes and my cracker tin. $200. Oh, man, she could be anywhere. I checked the Causeway Road leading off Granville Island. There was no traffic, but she might have caught a taxi. God knows when she left. I ran along the back street past the boatworks, looking into doorways as I went. As I reached the wharf near Bridges Restaurant, I came across a sailing boat moving out into False Creek under power. At the helm was a tall, bearded man in heavy weather gear.
Hey there! Aboard the boat! I'm looking for a friend of mine, a young woman. She was wearing jeans and a cowichan sweater. You see her anywhere?
The man looked up at me briefly. He pushed his long gray hair back from piercing blue eyes and fixed me with a cold, unfriendly stare. He said nothing. And in a moment, the boat disappeared into the rainy mist. I spent most of the next 3 days in the seedy section of town talking to anyone who knew Laurie. Hookers, street people, a couple of vice cops. No one had seen her. I had pretty well decided she'd blown town when I ran into Eddie, Laurie's once-upon-a-time friendly drug dealer.
Sure, I saw her right after she split from her old lady's house.
3 nights ago?
That's right, she wanted money.
So you gave it to her?
Hey, I'm no charity. This ain't Mogadishu or Bosnia, man. I pay child support, need the bread. Know what I mean?
Okay. Here's $20. Stop jerking me around.
She said someone was stalking her.
Stalking? What? You mean like a John?
She didn't know. Never had a good look at him. But it scared her. All the girls around here have been on edge since Allender murdered that hooker.
Allender's in the slam.
Maybe he wasn't the only one. There's lots of weird guys out there in the night, you know. Hey, the 12 o'clock horn. I'm out of here. If I see Lori, I'll phone you.
Yeah. Thanks. My line of work puts me in touch with all kinds of people in life's little game of snakes and ladders. But what Eddie said about the Allender murder sent shivers down my spine.
Hey, Flynn, over here! Over here!
I recognized the car first, a dark blue Lincoln Town car. Behind the wheel was Mrs. Fairfax's chauffeur, Trask, an ex-boxer with pretensions as a ladies' man. What do you want, Trask?
Get in. Mrs. Fairfax wants to talk to you about Miss Lori.
We got nothing to say to each other.
Get in. Or would you rather I turn you into a pretzel and put you in the trunk?
Lori's family home was a spacious fieldstone mansion set in a wooded area overlooking the approaches to Burrard Inlet. Must have been worth $2 million, give or take. Trask left me in the living room. Leather furniture, huge fireplace, original art. Recent Robert Davidson, a couple of vintage Jack Shad bolts. There were embers on the grate in the fireplace and something smoldering to one side. I tried to get a better look.
I always keep a small fire going in here. Keeps the dampness out. Hello, Michael.
Trask said you wanted to see me.
I'll lay the whole thing out for you. First of all, I want you to know I haven't changed my opinion of you and what you did to my family.
You made that pretty clear at the inquest. What happened to Ted still eats at me. I don't need you to remind me.
You still care about Lori, don't you?
Of course I do.
She's run off again.
Trask told me.
I want you to find her.
Why me? You've got enough money to hire the best PIs in the business.
Well, I've tried the largest agency in town, and they drew a blank. And the police. They think I'm just another hysterical mother. You know Lori better than I do, in some ways. Despite everything, she still trusts you. For all I know, she's been in touch with you already. If you know where she is, you don't have to tell me. Just let me know she's safe.
Can we take a look at her suite? The basement hideaway looked like a suite at the Pan Pacific Hotel. Nicely furnished and fitted out with a kitchen and full bath. Large TV, stereo radio with CD and tapes. A table in one corner for craft work. All the creature comforts. But there were bars behind the curtains on the high windows. And double locks secured the door leading from the stairs.
This is the last thing I wanted to do. Lock her up like this. But I had to keep her off the streets and away from the drugs. She's so self-destructive.
I remember some of this ceramic work. She still do that?
Now and then. Her therapist recommended it.
What goes around comes around, I guess.
What do you mean?
Oh, when we were at UBC, Lori volunteered with an occupational therapy clinic. You know, one of the psych department experiments.
Didn't do Lori much good.
Guess not. I don't remember this one.
Oh, that pot with the crazy face. Oh, she didn't do that one. I don't know where it came from.
I looked more closely at the figure cut into the side of the pot. It looked familiar. A wild-eyed old man with long white hair. I looked at the inscription scratched into the base. "Beware the wrath of God," it read. Then I remembered the old man on the boat near Granville Island sailing out of port the morning Lori ran away.
The phone.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing. Trask will answer it.
You're hiding something, aren't you?
I've been getting phone calls every day since Lori ran away. A distorted voice asking if I know where my daughter is.
It's a call for you, Mrs. Fairfax.
I can't do it.
You've got to. Switch on the speakerphone so I can hear what he says.
I'll take it up in the study, Trask. Hello?
Mrs. Fairfax, do you know where your daughter is?
Oh, my God. Who is this? Don't hurt her, please.
You have my instructions. $250,000 for the safe return of your daughter, Lori. You have 3 days to collect the money. All $50 and $100 bills in a suitcase. And you will be advised about the drop. And remember, no cops, or your daughter's dead.
Wait. Let me speak to her. Lori?
Look, we better get the police involved, fast.
No, please. You heard what he said. He'll kill her. Look at this note. It was in my mailbox this morning.
Letters cut out of a magazine.
What's all the excitement about?
They called again. You see, the note says the same thing. Contact the police and Lori gets killed. You have to find her on your own, Flynn.
But I don't have the resources.
I'll give you all the money you need. Spread it around. Someone knows where she is.
It's a hell of a risk.
I don't trust him, Mrs. Fairfax. He may be part of the scam. Let me ride shotgun on him.
Oh, yeah, sure, and beat the information out of my contacts.
That's an idea. I'll start with Eddie, that little ferret you was talking with downtown.
Now stop it, both of you. There's no time for this. Get the car, Trask. Drop him off wherever he wants to go. Here, there's $5,000, Flynn. Find my little girl.
Mrs. Fairfax insisted on hanging on to the ransom note in case she had to eventually turn it over to the police. But I still had the small ceramic pot warning me to beware the wrath of God. I didn't tell her it was my best lead. Despite everything, I still didn't trust her.
Flynn, where in the devil have you been for the last few days?
Personal business. Sam, can I talk to you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Personal business. Is that all you've got to say? We've got a dozen cases on the go here.
Maybe I should keep it to myself.
No. Willie didn't mean anything. Fill in both of us. Flynn, we are partners, huh? Judging from the fancy car that dropped you off, this probably has something to do with Lori Fairfax, am I right?
And who's Lori Fairfax?
All in good time, Willie, all in good time.
I gave them a thumbnail sketch of events over the past 3 days. Willie seemed especially curious about Lori. I guess I never talked about living together with anyone. Of course, Sam knew the whole story. I was doing some scut work for him at the time of the accident. He represented me at the inquest.
You want my professional advice, turn the whole thing over to the police.
Let's see the pot again.
The guy I saw looked just like that, kind of an angry Moses.
Oh, for God. Where have I heard that before?
The Old Testament?
No, a court case a few years ago. Gulf Islands. Somebody blew up some piping, a group trying to stop development.
You're talking about half the population of BC. You know, there are lots of craft people working on the Gulf Islands. This pot might have come from there. Oh, wait a minute. Look, it's signed.
Yeah, it looks like RG.
RG. Rafe Goodman. That's the man.
Rafe Goodman?
Yeah. Acquitted for insufficient evidence. Now, I sat in on the case. Yeah, a former university professor, psychology, psychiatry, something like that.
UBC?
Well, could be. Anyway, he dropped out. He set up a cult of some kind. Now, the trouble was on Galliano, or Salt Spring. But he was living on a smaller island.
Well, it's got to be him. Handicraft therapy at UBC. He knew all about Lori. That's where she volunteered.
This Rafe Goodman was a little nuts, but not the kind of guy who would kidnap someone.
And why would he kidnap Lori? You said they knew each other.
Maybe the cult needs money. Anyway, the fact that Lori can identify him makes things more dangerous than ever. It was dark by the time I got back to Granville Island. I was walking down the deserted dock to my boat, feeling a little spooked by the squeaking of fiberglass hulls against plastic fender guards.
Beware the wrath of God, Michael!
Then, out of nowhere, he blindsided me and threw me to the deck of a waiting craft.
You'll stay where you are if you know what's good for you. He
sat watching me from his his position at the tiller. Nothing was said. After sampling his rough introduction, I wasn't looking for a way to provoke him with small talk. But my mind was filled with questions. Was this Rafe Goodman? And if so, had he really kidnapped Laurie? Where was he taking me? Then, half an hour into the Strait of Georgia, he lit up a corncob pipe in the dark and stared at me.
Expect you figure me for a crazy old coot. All this wrath of God business.
No. Everyone's got a right to his own beliefs.
Well, my belief is you gotta scare the hell out of some people. There's nothing like a crazy religious fanatic to run off the hypocrites.
You think I'm a hypocrite?
We'll see.
I'm a friend of Laurie's. Do you know where she is?
Safe from the fornicators and purveyors of filth.
So you were the one who snatched her?
Rescue the perishing. It's an obligation. I am an instrument of God, just as we all are instruments of the unknown intelligence who created all living things.
So you're part of a cult?
You see something different, slap a label on it, eh? No. We're just a family. We live a simple, independent existence, trying to recover from wounds we suffered in the so-called real world.
Laurie's mother thinks her daughter was kidnapped.
You want to help Laurie, you stay away from that woman. You concentrate on helping Laurie forgive you and herself for what happened to her brother. That's at the heart of her problem.
I don't know where to start.
Start at the beginning. Forgive yourself first, and then you can help her. It's not Jung or Freud, but it works.
Laurie was there, waiting near the dock. A single oil lantern illuminated the landing site of the tiny cedar-roofed settlement. Rafe left us alone and walked up to the main house.
I'm sorry I tried to trick you. I sent Rafe to get you so I could explain.
It's all right.
I knew my mother would get to you sooner or later. I had to throw her off the trail, make her think I was going to the States.
Oh, why tell Eddie someone was stalking you?
Same reason. I wanted people to think I was too scared to stick around. Here's the $200 I stole to make it look authentic.
Keep it.
Don't need money around here. Rafe teaches us to be self-sufficient. We pick berries, catch fish, dig out clams and oysters, weed the garden.
Sounds like fun.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But it agrees with me. Been here less than a week, and I sleep like a log.
Strange old bird, this Rafe Goodman. Can you trust him?
Trust Rafe? Of course. What makes you think I couldn't?
Well, he isn't what you'd call stable.
Well, would you be if you'd found your daughter had OD'd in a back alley off Granville Street? The social workers told him she was starting to get her life back together.
Yeah, but he's still a little crazy. I don't feel comfortable leaving you here like this.
You'd rather have me locked in the Fairfax dungeon? I told you they're planning to have me institutionalized.
Laurie, someone sent your mother a ransom note. It said you'd been kidnapped.
But that's ridiculous. Look at me. I'm free as a bird.
Yeah, but confined to this island. You don't know who might be trying to take advantage of your disappearance.
And you suspect Rafe? Well, that's crazy. Oh, I can't believe this. I thought you would be happy for me.
I am. I want to sort things out so I know you're safe.
Wait a minute. I get it now. You're working for my mother, aren't you?
I told her I wouldn't betray you.
You S.O.B. I should have known. Oh, I was stupid. Stupid. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Laurie,
go to
I
hell.
won't tell them. Early next morning, Rafe Goodman, the wrath of God, took me back to the mainland. I sweat out every beat of the auxiliary motor, every ripple of the changing tide. His face was a mask of anger. We didn't speak. Sam, I got something I want you to do for me. Yes, I'm all right. Now listen, about the ransom note, I think I know what happened. But I need you and Willie to help me prove it. I'll meet you at the Fairfax house. No police.
Flynn, where the hell you
Where's
been?
Mrs. Fairfax?
Oh, Flynn, What's happened? Did you find her?
I did. And I know now she's perfectly safe.
But the ransom note. How can you be so sure?
Because of this. Recognize it? Oh, I know it's partly burned, but you can still see where the letters for the ransom note were cut out of the magazine.
Trask, you fool! I told you to burn everything.
I did. It's a trick.
That's right, a trick. See, I got thinking, if Rafe wasn't the kidnapper, then who else would have a motive? What if the motive wasn't money? Then who else would be that devious? That's when I thought of you, Mrs. Fairfax.
It's for her own good. She'll have the best doctors, the latest medicine.
I think she has those now, Mrs. Fairfax.
You tell us where she is, or
I'm wired, Trask. My friends are outside. Everything's on tape.
You're lying.
Sound the horn if you can hear me, Sam.
Oh.
Disconnect the microphone and let him go, Trask. If you plan to blackmail me with that tape recording, I'd think again, Flynn. We've done nothing illegal. We haven't even involved the police.
Oh, that's true, but I have a newspaper friend who might be intrigued by the story. You know, the bizarre behavior of a wealthy socialite who kept her daughter locked in a basement room, then faked a ransom note to get her back when she ran away.
All right. What do you want? More money?
Give Laurie a little breathing room. She's off the streets and with friends who can help her. Here's the $5,000 you gave me.
And the ransom story?
I'll keep the tape. You keep the bargain. I was on pretty flimsy ground with the unofficial tape recording, but it seemed to work. Mrs. Fairfax backed off for a while. I hope for as long as it takes for Laurie to get back on her feet again. Last week, I got a homemade card in the mail. Inside was a picture of Laurie with some of her friends. She looked happy and healthy. The message on the card read, "Dear Michael, I am peaceful and content at last.
I saw my brother Ted in a dream the other night. He was just like we remembered him. Happy-go-lucky, full of fun. Maybe it's time we forgave each other for his death. I know he has. Have a good life, Laurie."
You've just heard Flynn, Part 4, Ghosts by Lyle and Barbara Brown. Featured in the cast were Boyd Norman as Michael Flynn, Colleen Winton as Willie Greene, and Robert Clothier as Sam Greene. Special guests this week were Janet Hodgkinson as Laurie, Duncan Fraser as Rafe, and Lillian Carlson as the mother, supported by the voices of Kim Kondrashoff and Dwight McPhee. The production assistants were Dagmar Kafanka and Loretta Joyce. And the recording engineer is Chris Cuttress, with sound effects by Joe Silva and Daniel Imbeau. Music for Flynn is composed by Alan Cranny, and the series script consultant is James W. Nichol. Flynn is produced and directed in Vancouver by Don Kowalczak. The series executive producer is Bill Howell. Flynn, Part 4, Imaginary Enemies.
My limited experience as a private investigator, I can't say I've given much thought to disorders of the mind. See, the cases I deal with are mostly to do with greed or deception. So it's just a matter of collecting evidence which supports a reasonable hypothesis. Identify the motive, and the finger of fate points to the guilty party. Most of the time. But what happens when the victim appears to be playing with a short deck, and everybody claims her enemies are imaginary?
Katrina!
They never understand.
Oh, Katrina!
What the hell
Help me! The thieves! They've broken in again! Katrina! Katrina, where are you?
Who's this?
Why are you doing this to me? Now, don't come any closer. I'll use my I have to get help. Telephone. I can't remember the numbers. Maybe this button. Oh, please. Please, someone. Please.
Hello?
Who is this?
Mrs. Flynn? Hedda? Hedda, is that you? It's Felicity.
Oh, you've got to help me. They broke into my home and I'm all alone.
I'll call the police.
No, they never understand. No, come yourself.
I'll pick up my son and be right there. Lock yourself in your room.
Yes.
Mrs. Carnaby. Oh, what's going on here?
Who are you? Did you come with them? The thieves?
I am Katrina.
Katrina?
Yes, Katrina, your housekeeper.
Oh.
You remember me? I've been with you 20 years. Come to bed now. You had one of your spells.
I called. Where were you?
Oh, I was only gone for a few minutes. We'll talk about it in the morning.
I phoned someone.
Oh, not the police again?
Well, you'll see. She's coming with her son. I have to lock myself in my room.
All right. I'll be up in a minute. Hello? Mrs. Thornton? This is Katarina. She had another one of her spells. She says she phoned someone. I don't want trouble. Maybe you and Mr. Eric should come. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Now, I've got a particular aversion to getting involved with my mother's flaky friends, you know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons I live on the Blarney Boy, so I can set sail and disappear when I need to. Only, this time I was distracted. Willie Green and I were spending a lot of time together. And it had nothing to do with working for old Sam's law practice.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute. There's something you should know about what happened in Toronto.
Toronto? Couldn't we talk about it later?
When I was in Toronto, I had an affair with the son of the senior partner of the law firm.
These things happen. Just put it all behind you. Here, let me fix your pillow. Come on.
No. But I found out later he slept around with anyone he could bag. I was just another trophy for his games.
I don't care, Willie. Really, I don't. Come on.
You like me for who I am?
Yes, I like you.
He likes me. He really likes me.
Michael? Michael, are you in there?
Oh, my God, not now.
Who is it?
It's my mother. Don't say anything. Maybe she'll go away.
Well, you can't leave her out there. It's dark.
Michael, I can see a light in there.
Oh, let her in. I'll fix my makeup.
That's just great. What is it, Mother?
Come with me, Michael. It's an emergency.
Oh, let me guess. One of your friends has just lost her dog, or is it a cat this time?
Thieves! Hedda's place!
Oh, not her again.
She thinks there's been another break-in. Hurry!
I'm not alone, Mother. This is, W.P. Green. We work together.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Flynn.
All right, bring her along.
I didn't say I'd take the job.
Hurry up! Now, the car's over here.
Hedda Carnaby was the first young woman my mother befriended after she immigrated to British Columbia from England. They were bridesmaids at each other's weddings and supported each other through thick and thin for almost 50 years. The most recent crisis was the death of Hedda's adoring husband, Charles, a successful investor. The old lady continued living in their impressive mansion in Vancouver's Shaughnessy area.
I'm so glad you come, Mrs. Flynn. Mrs. Garnaby, she flipped out again.
Another one of her spells.
Oh, yes. She was asleep when I go out for some groceries like usual. I was only gone for a few minutes.
Katrina? Who is it, Katrina?
It's me, Hedda. I brought Michael and his friend.
Hello, Mrs. Carnaby. This is W.P. Greene, my associate.
Pleased to meet you.
That's so many names. Did I ask you to come?
The old lady was dressed in a robe and slippers. Her thinning gray hair was disheveled and obviously missing a customary wig. She seemed dazed as she came down the stairs.
You phoned me. Something about thieves. I think maybe you were having one of your little spells. Oh, I do wish you'd see a doctor.
Well, I did hear voices.
And you hit them with your cane. Oh, Mrs. Flynn, you should see the broken glass I clean up.
Go make some tea, Katrina.
Make us some tea. She never listens.
Perhaps Michael could take a quick look around, just to relieve your mind, Hedda. Michael, please.
I just went through the motions for the old lady's sake. Everything in the basement was clean and particularly well organized, except for a wicker basket of freshly washed clothes in the laundry room. I checked the second floor. Found Hedda's room. 4-poster bed. Antique dresser, drawers. Right. There it was. An expensive wig. Real hair. I checked some medicine bottles. Nothing out of the ordinary. But I slipped a small porcelain drinking cup in my pocket. Something to check out later. Well, no sign of intruders anywhere.
Why won't anyone believe me?
Maybe if we knew what these voices said, Mrs. Carter.
Well, I don't know. They mumble to each other. And when I get downstairs, they stop.
Dear Hedda, you've been through such a strain since Charlie died.
Oh, wait a minute, Mother. Let's not jump to conclusions. Look around, Mrs. Carnaby. Is there anything missing?
Well, there was something. Why can't I remember? Oh, no.
Mrs. Carnaby?
Look at the wall. Over there near the staircase. 3 of my most precious paintings gone.
I checked the wall the old lady referred to, and sure enough, there was some indication something had been hanging there. When was the real question. There was some discoloration of the wood paneling. 3 small paintings might have hung there.
That's right. The Renoir oil sketches. 3 of them.
There, you see?
I'll get it. Were you expecting somebody, Mrs. Carnaby?
Oh, maybe they've come back.
Oh, there, Mrs. Carnaby. There's nothing to worry about.
Can I help you?
Who the hell are you? Where's my aunt?
Eric?
Aunt Hedda, thank God you're all right.
Mrs. Flynn, isn't it? Understood, Auntie called you. Sorry about that. These episodes are getting more frequent.
My mother withheld comment, but introduced W.P. and me to the Thorntons. Eric was Hedda's nephew. He and his wife were in their 40s, well-dressed, and spoke with the authority of people of substance. They also arrived in a Mercedes. Eric was balding and sported a paunch, befitting someone who believed in the good life. He owned a chain of appliance stores, it turned out. His wife, Alice, was a horsewoman, judging from the boots and the equestrian aroma.
I was in the bar nursing Hellgate Morn through a spell of the croup when I got Katrina's phone call.
Katrina? I should have known.
We jumped in the Mercedes and took off like a bat out of hell.
Where do you live?
On a horse farm near Langley.
But that's at least an hour's drive.
That's right. So, Auntie, what happened? Katrina said you heard voices in the house again.
That's right. They came back for the paintings this time. See? The Renoir sketches are gone.
The Renoir sketches? On the wall near the staircase. I remember them being there.
You see? I have a witness.
Well, of course they were hanging there. But surely you remember.
Remember what?
You gave them to us for safekeeping after the first incident. They're at the farm, locked in Eric's safe.
She's right, Auntie.
Tea is ready.
Oh, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Thornton. She told you, yes, the voices?
It's true. I did hear them. And the paintings. You're lying.
Auntie, please.
You're all against me.
No, we're not, Hedda, dear.
Katrina, help me get her up the stairs.
It's Eric. It's Eric. He wants my money.
Aunt Hedda, that's not true. Alice was a nurse. She'll give her a sleeping pill. You have no idea what we've been through in the last few weeks.
The poor woman reminded me of my Uncle Liam. Same symptoms. Memory loss, paranoia, violent outbursts. I only saw him a couple of times before the end, but I had to sympathize with the people who cared for him.
We've tried to get her to see a doctor ever since she started having these spells.
And when was that, Mr. Flynn?
Right after Uncle Charlie died. I've been over here quite a few times since then, trying to sort out his things for her.
Where did she get the idea you wanted her money?
Oh, I goofed on that one. She was down with the flu a couple months ago. Without thinking, I suggested she give me temporary power of attorney so I could pay her bills. Just until she was on her feet again. I've never heard the end of it.
I think she'll be all right now, at least for the rest of the night. Katrina will keep an eye on her.
Then we'll come back in the morning.
Katrina will let you in. We're going back to the farm now to make arrangements for the horses.
We discussed it on the drive into town. Alice will pick up her nursing supplies and keep an eye on things here for a few days.
I think we should rehang the Renoir sketches, don't you?
Yeah, good idea.
Imagine her forgetting she gave them to us for safekeeping.
Well, thanks for all your help, Mrs. Flynn. Maybe after a good sleep, she'll be more like herself.
I hope so.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Michael, don't get in the car. Just slip across the street behind that tree and keep an eye on the house.
In the rain? Why?
Just until everyone settles down. Then you can join us back at your office.
The office?
Hedda slipped me a letter when we first arrived. I didn't have a chance to read it. But I think she's in more trouble than some people want us to know.
Nighttime surveillance in the rain, my favorite outdoor sport. My mother has a wonderful knack of drawing you up short just as you think you're going to wriggle off the hook. Well, it didn't take long for the Thorntons to pack it in. A couple of minutes later, the lights went out in the house. Now, I was thinking about taking off for a hot mug of coffee when someone came out of the side door. A chunky woman in a kerchief and raincoat slipped over to the two-story garage and went inside. Was it Katrina? I was too far away to be certain. Suddenly, a light appeared in the window of the upper room. In a moment, it was out again. A taxi pulled up. I could see them approaching now. It was Katrina, with a stocky-built man in a dark jacket and cap. He carried a duffel bag. Before he got in the taxi, he gave her a quick kiss on the cheek.
You will telephone?
Yes. You stay in your hotel room. I will get the money.
Now, what the hell was that all about?
Sam, you drew up both Charlie and Hedda's wills. What do you make of the note?
Well, handwriting's a little shaky, but her request is clear. She wants me to draw up a new will. And all of her estate goes to the McNeil Research Center.
That's the place that specializes in care for the elderly.
That's right.
I thought she was afraid of doctors.
Her husband supported the center. She was talking about funding a new wing.
Oh, this must be Flynn. Man, you're soaked through.
Oh, it paid off. Katrina has a boyfriend stashed away in a room over the garage. Or at least she did. He took off.
Well, where did he go?
Sorry, Mother, I don't know. I couldn't outrun the taxi.
Well, if there were thefts, maybe he was the one behind them, but Katrina, I can't see her stooping so low.
Well, maybe Hedda said something about changing her will.
But Katrina has been with Hedda for 20 years.
And she'll have nothing to show for it. There's motive.
Now, what about Eric Thornton?
He's Hedda's only next of kin.
No. All this is pure speculation. The lady's obviously confused. Or maybe she just forgot about Eric and Katrina. Anyway, I'll have to talk to her before I do anything.
Right. The way she's been acting, you'll have to decide if she's competent.
We can go first thing in the morning. If Katrina's asleep, I've got a spare key. Come along, Michael. I'll drop you off.
Right.
Oh, don't worry about the office. I'll hold the fort.
Willie, listen, do me a favor, will you?
Sure.
Look, now just to be on the safe side, I'm going to track down Katrina's boyfriend tomorrow morning. Sam and my mother can handle things without me. While I'm out, could you run a financial check on Eric Thornton?
Flynn, the man has it made. You saw his car and the horse ranch and the string of appliance stores.
Just in case.
Okay, but you'll owe me.
Right. Oh, and this cup I took from Hedda's nightstand. Can you get it to that friend of yours at the university lab?
What did your last slave die of?
Thanks.
Michael, are you coming?
Next morning was a typical West Coast spring day, gray and wet with a little fog on the side. I had checked out the cab company Katrina's boyfriend used. A dispatcher friend told me the guy had ended up on the waterfront district. No particular destination. So I began asking around the hotels and takeout dives. I was on the 3rd block when I spotted Katrina. She was going into the Bonnie George Hotel. I caught up to her on the 2nd floor, just as she was knocking on the door of room 215.
Katrina! Hi there, Katrina.
Mr. Flynn, what are you doing here?
Katrina, who is that? Police?
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not a cop. I just have a few questions.
Leave him alone.
I jump ship. This not fault my sister.
Your sister?
Yes. I helped Carl make new start. You ask Mr. Eric. He gave me money, and they have to find immigration lawyer.
Not criminal. Want new life in Canada. Jump ship only way.
Okay, calm down. Look, Katrina, the voices and the break-ins at Mrs. Carnaby's place.
Oh, always she says it happens when I am out. She is a crazy old woman.
Now, when you go out, does anyone know that you're not in the house?
I always call Mr. Eric. Those are his instructions.
And today, when he gave you the money for your brother, did Eric come to the house?
Both. Mr. Eric and wife. They don't leave Mrs. Carnaby alone all day.
Talk about misreading a situation. Here I was chasing a Polish ship jumper and his sister when I should have been going after her boss. But first I had to touch base with Sam and my mother. I grabbed a cab to Sam's office. When I got there, I was met with a couple of long faces. What happened?
Well, we got there early, so I used the key Hedda gave me. I always walked right in.
We mistook the Thorntons' doctor for an intruder. And your mother kicked him.
She was screaming. Oh, she wouldn't let him touch her. I could have told them that.
Anyway, the upshot of it all was that Eric threw us out of the house.
Is the doctor still there?
No, he came out as we were getting into the car.
Sam, I have to know something.
Yep.
In Hedda's existing will, is Eric the chief beneficiary?
Why, yeah. Why do you ask?
I think he's behind all this. Katrina's in the clear.
Hello? Oh, hi, Dan. What have you got? Traces of what? I see.
Yeah, was there something in the drinking cup?
Yeah, got it. Thanks, Dan.
What did he find?
Well, mostly Horlicks.
What's that?
A nighttime drink. It helps you sleep. Used to have it in England.
Yeah, but that's not all he found. There were minute traces of phencyclidine.
But that's PCP.
That's right.
Well, where the hell would you get angel dust? It's illegal. Wait a minute. Where's our pharmaceutical encyclopedia?
No, it must be under here. I was using it in the Lambton case.
All right, got it. Okay, P-H-E. All right, here we are. Phencyclidine, PCP, angel dust. Symptoms resemble dementia, such as Alzheimer's, paranoia, auditory hallucination, violent behavior, severe depression. Oh. That's it. Eric and Alice Thornton are making it look like Hedda has Alzheimer's.
Now, hold on a minute. I thought PCP wasn't available for medical use. Where would they get it? Buying it on the street would be pretty risky.
I read an article a few years ago. PCP was used by vets to treat horses, a kind of anesthetic.
Horses? Good Lord, it's Alice.
And Eric. Give me the spare key, Mother. Oh. Now, Willie, come with me. Sam, you call the police, tell them there's no time to lose.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's go in quietly.
Wouldn't it be better to wait for the police?
We might be too late. Listen. We
couldn't tell where the sound was coming from, but the voices were real. The old woman wasn't crazy after all. It took a few minutes for our eyes to adjust to the dim light. The drapes were drawn and the lights were off on the main floor. It felt wrong. Then we caught sight of Alice, standing near the railing at the top of the stairs.
Come over to me, Aunt Hedda. Come on. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Don't let them hurt me.
Come on. Just a few steps more.
Willie and I made our way up the carpeted staircase. Now we could see Hedda shuffling towards Alice. She clutched her dressing gown to her chest as if it would protect her against the evil around her. Neither woman saw us.
Just a few steps more.
Make them go away.
The voices won't go away until you confront them face to face, Auntie.
I tried before.
That's when you were alone. I'm here now to help you. No. Come over here to me.
There was that prickly feeling on the back of my neck. Whatever the Thorntons were up to, it was coming to a head. We wanted them to incriminate themselves, but could we do that without jeopardizing Hedda's life? Then I felt a sharp jab in the back. It was Willie.
Flynn,
what?
Where's Eric?
I don't know.
No, look, something moved in the doorway off the landing.
She was right. A shadowy figure lurked in the bedroom doorway opposite to where Alice was standing. I knew what they were up to. Now they were going to push Hedda over the railing, make it look like an accident.
What did I tell you, Auntie? The voices are fading now. Just look over the railing. Look over the railing and show them that you're not afraid.
There wasn't time to warn the old lady. As she bent over the second floor railing, Eric made his move.
Stop him, Flynn! He's going to push her over!
I took the rest of the stairs 3 at a time. Then I cut right and hammered him, just as he reached out to send Hedda Carnaby to her doom. It was like a timed end run with the pulling guard breaking through.
This all wrong. She was walking in her sleep. Tell it to the police.
Look, let me go.
Dr. Chan, report to surgery.
Yes, we finally got Hedda to spend some time in hospital. She even had a blood test. As we suspected, it revealed traces of PCP in her system. Later, the police found the source of the drug at the Thorntons' ranch. And with Alice turning Crown witness, the conviction was in the bag.
So, I wasn't really crazy.
No, of course not. The Thorntons simply treated your drinking mug with minute traces of PCP. And when Katrina used the cup to mix your nighttime drink, you had a reaction.
They wanted to make it look like you were demented.
Yeah, so your accidental death wouldn't seem suspicious.
Well, what about the voices?
Eric had them recorded on audio tape. The police found a small speaker system with a remote control hidden in one of the air ducts. The parts were from one of his appliance stores.
How did he know when to turn on the tape?
Well, Katrina always phoned them before she went out. See, that's how he knew when Mrs. Carnaby was alone, and no one else ever heard the sounds.
But why did they torment me so?
It's the old story, I'm afraid. Eric lost a bundle in the stock market. He thought this was an easy way to get at your money.
You know, I never did like that boy. Thank you, Michael, for getting to the bottom of it all.
It's a joy to be blessed with a son who has an answer for everything.
Look at his face.
You've just heard Flynn, Part 5, Imaginary Enemies, by Lyle and Barbara Brown, and starring Boyd Norman as Michael Flynn, Colleen Winton as W.P. Greene, and Robert Clothier as Sam. Special guest Joy Coghill played Hedda, and Shirley Broderick played Mrs. Flynn. You also heard Georgina Hedgedos as Katrina, Eric Trask as Eric, Iris Quinn Bernard as Alice, and Yvonne Hosky as Carl, with Bill Samples as the policeman. The series production assistants are Dagmar Kafanka and Loretta Joyce. The recording engineer is Chris Cutras, with sound effects by Joe Silva and Daniel Imbeau. Music for Flynn is composed by Alan Cranny, and the script consultant is James W. Nichol. Flynn is produced and directed in Vancouver by Don Kowalchuk. The executive producer in Toronto is Bill Howell. This is episode 6 of Flynn. It's called The Stalker.
I don't pretend to be an expert on women's moods. But up until a week ago, I thought Willie and I had a good thing going. We were seeing each other pretty regularly, both at the law firm and in our spare time. Then suddenly, what was hot was not. Maybe it was something I said, I don't know. She wouldn't talk about it. And that made me a little crazy.
Hello, this is Sam Greene. Has my niece left the courthouse yet? An hour and a half ago. No, nothing wrong. Just got our wires crossed, I guess. Thanks, George. Willie's been acting strange lately. You two have a spat?
No, but we might as well have, the way she's giving me the cold shoulder.
With me, it's a silent treatment, like talking to a dead goldfish.
She wouldn't be thinking about going back to Toronto, would she?
Well, if she is, it's news to me.
Yo, courier delivery.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Sam. Flynn.
How you doing, Tommy?
Hey, it looks like something from the States. Looks like a book.
I got you working pretty late.
Personal service. Beats a fax every time. Hey, Miss Greene here?
No, not yet. I'll sign for it.
All right.
There you are.
Great. Hey, Flynn.
Yeah?
I got a great trick when you're process serving.
What?
Okay. Well, you got a summons for a guy, but he's kind of antsy, right?
Yeah.
So you put the envelope with the summons underneath a courier pouch, like FedEx or DHL, something easy to read. Then you ask for Mr. Smith or whatever. He thinks he's getting a special delivery, and he signs for it. Then you slip him the summons, and you're out of there before he knows what hit him.
The old bait and switch routine. You better count your fingers after shaking this kid's hand, Sam.
Yeah, I thought you were a bicycle courier. When did you branch out?
Well, process serving? I help out a friend now and then.
Well, you're pressing your luck, aren't you?
Well, who knows? Anyway, have to practice up. I'm going to take your job away from you.
Oh, hey, I'm worried.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah, well, not if we see you first.
Take it easy, Tommy. Tommy Randall, 18-year-old high school dropout. Not a bad kid, in small doses. Willie bailed him out of trouble 6 months ago and talked him into getting his high school equivalency. Now he has dreams of joining the firm.
I guess I shouldn't have opened this. It doesn't look like business.
Was it?
Instruction book on Oriental kickboxing. Now, what the hell's that all about?
Well, look, there's an invoice for Willie. She's getting 10% off as a member of the Barlock Gym.
Barlock Gym?
Yeah, it's down on East Hastings, but it's an okay place.
I don't care what kind of place it is. I want you to go over there, pick her up, and find out what's going on.
What a turnaround. A couple of months ago, Sam was looking for ways to get rid of Willie. Now he was acting like an overly protective father. And where did that leave me? Looking like a lovesick jerk, that's where. I was still trying to sort out my mixed feelings as I climbed up the stairs to the gym. The Barlock Gym was small by big city standards. It used to be a martial arts hangout, but now catered to several disciplines. A couple of young boxers were working out in the ring. Others were hammering the big bag and rope skipping. At the dimly lit far end of the gym, a couple of figures in black were into some serious sparring. The glove work was impressive, but it was the kickboxing that implied serious intent. As I got closer, I realized one of the fighters was Willie.
Flynn, what are you doing here?
Sam thought you might need a ride home.
Since when do I need a nanny?
Come on, Willie. Sam's worried about you. So am I.
Jan, could you give us a couple of minutes?
Certainly.
Sorry, Jan.
No problem. But sing out WPL if he gives you any trouble.
Jan Lamont, Willie's sparring partner, was a cop. Headed a small squad dealing with violence to women. She'd come out west from Montreal after a messy love affair. From what I'd heard, the other cops didn't like her much. Said she took too many chances. The gossip mills around the courthouse were more direct. They claimed she was a lesbian, but insisted it didn't matter. Even gossips have to be politically correct.
I don't appreciate this.
Look, I came to offer you a ride home, not start an argument. But don't blame me for wondering what's going on with you.
Things were getting too serious too fast.
Well, so talk to me about it.
I want to back off a bit. At least till I can sort out a few personal things. I'll explain later. And tell Sam not to wait supper.
I went back to Sam's place feeling like a pizza delivery boy with the wrong order. Sam was in the apartment he shared with Willie over the office. I gave him the news, then joined him for some scrambled eggs. Willie showed up about a half hour later. Detective Lamont was with her.
Sorry, Willie.
Scrambled eggs can't compete with kickboxing, I suppose.
This is Detective Lamont. We've met.
Yes. Last month your testimony got my client an extra 6 months behind bars.
Please, Sam, let's not get sidetracked here. There's something I wanted to handle myself, but I realize the secrecy is causing almost as much flack as the problem.
What problem?
Last week at the courthouse, WP found this videotape in her briefcase.
Huh? Look. Look at that woman. Was that you, Willie?
Yes.
Walking up how to the courthouse?
Listen.
Good morning, W.B. Greene. I am your North Rhode Island admirer. Yes, look now, you pass me by without notice. I guess we're all strangers in the big city, aren't we? Even someone as lovely as you has no way of knowing the person who loves her most. For now, I'll have to be satisfied with video souvenirs like these until the time is right.
Look, there you are having coffee at Mozart's Cafe near the courthouse. He couldn't have been more than 3 tables away.
That's right.
Just
May you fill my dreams and each waking hour. And someday soon I will reveal myself to you. And don't fear that moment. Now welcome it with sweet compassion, and no harm will come to you. Until then, dear lady, I will content myself with watching you from afar.
God, a week? You had this tape a week and you kept us in the dark.
I'm sorry, Sam.
We didn't tell you because sometimes men gossip about such things. We didn't want to set loose the cats and scare our pigeon.
But that guy is an obvious nutcase.
Flynn, that guy may even be a woman.
What?
There's no way to tell.
Well, the stalker isn't using his own voice. I mean, it's an electronic voice box.
Exactly. This is a clever bastard. So we're checking the hospitals and the medical supply stores.
Well, no fingerprints on the cassette?
Clean.
No one's seen around Willie's briefcase?
No one in particular.
Well, could it have been one of the guys at the courthouse? Some of them have a pretty bizarre sense of humor.
We're checking.
Well, clever or not, this character sounds like serious trouble to me, and I want to be kept advised on everything you're doing to put him away.
Do you notice anyone watching you, Willie?
Oh, I don't know. There was a man at Mozart's about a week ago. Gray beard, thick glasses.
Maybe a disguise.
But he didn't follow me, and I never saw him again. I don't think he was the one.
A lot of characters hang out around Robson between the courthouse and the art gallery.
And 99% of them are harmless. So why did this creep with the video camera target me?
He's probably a control freak. Might have been attracted to your work in the courtroom. Watched you from the visitors section. Lawyers have power over other people's lives, and maybe he's trying to tap into that.
No. Scores of visitors come to the courthouse every day. It's just another dead end. Now, there must be something more practical that we can do.
Yes, there is.
The first thing we do is step up the surveillance on WP.
Right.
And we'll need some help checking out her contacts, people she knows in the courthouse, office contacts, casual acquaintances.
You got it.
But business as usual during the day. I'm not having this warped bastard setting my agenda.
Good attitude. But lock your doors. I'll have a police car drive by during the night, and I'll hang around myself for a while. Just in case.
Thanks. You're a friend.
Sam agreed that I should work on the case full time. So I brought over a fold-out cot, set it up in the office. That way I could block any intruder trying to get to the second floor. I was in the storeroom looking for an extra desk lamp when I heard Willie and Jan coming down the stairs.
Okay, so you're driving me, but this is personal business. You understand that?
Afraid to have me meet your friend?
I'd be happier to be left on my own. It's the airport. What could happen, for God's sake?
Anything could happen. And you know it.
Now, what the hell was that all about? Why the airport at this time of night? This whole thing was driving me nuts. I don't know whether it was love sickness or just a flood of morbid curiosity that overwhelmed me. But the next thing I knew, I was in Sam's Volvo, speeding over the Arthur Lang Bridge toward Vancouver Airport. I caught up to Willie in the arrivals level, walking through the milling crowd, searching for someone. She was obviously late. Jan Lamont was nowhere in view. Suddenly, Willie caught sight of a man with a black bag. He was just coming back into the luggage pickup area.
Troy, over here. Sorry I'm late.
Lights got in early. Wasn't sure you'd be here. I was looking for a phone. God, you look great.
Thanks.
They hadn't seen me yet in the crowd. Whoever this Troy was, he was something special to Willie. He wasn't what you'd really call handsome. Trendy, maybe. Short, dark hair, a warm smile. Casually dressed in an expensive leather bomber jacket and slacks. Traveled a lot, judging from the baggage claim strips on his luggage.
Flynn!
Oh, God. You scared the hell out of me.
Good. Now you've got some explaining to do.
What?
Come on.
No,
Come on.
no.
Hey,
No.
WP. Look what I found.
Whose idea was this, Flynn?
Well, it wasn't really... Sam wondered if...
Damn it, I'm meeting a friend, that's all.
Troy Martin. Used to work with WP in Toronto. And you are?
Flynn. Sam Greene's PI.
Detective Lamont, Vancouver Police.
Police? I don't understand.
Someone's stalking WP.
What?
Oh, nothing serious. Just a videotape. He might have followed me a couple of times.
That sounds serious to me. Can I do anything? Maybe I could book you into my hotel. Adjoining rooms or something.
I think we've got things under control.
I suppose you want me to stay out of the way until you nail the SOB.
Yeah, that would help.
Oh, we could still meet for dinner. And we can drive you to the hotel.
It might be better if I pick up a U-drive. That way, if you need me in a hurry, I'll have transportation. What do you think, Detective?
Yeah, good idea. You can go back with Flynn, WP.
Yeah,
I'm going to check in at the office and book off.
I'm terribly sorry about this, Troy.
Hey, I'm here for 3 days. And you know how business meetings bore me. We'll have time to talk.
You're staying at the Hyatt?
That's right.
Oh, phone me tomorrow.
I will.
Before you go, Mr. Martin.
Yes?
Could I see your airline ticket?
Airline ticket? Jan, I can vouch for him. What the hell's got into you?
It's just routine.
There's no problem. Here we are. Toronto to Vancouver and return.
Air Canada, flight 902, today's date.
Yes, you have good eyes. I can never read the carbon copy. Is that all?
Yeah, I think so. Have a good visit.
I can't believe she'd do something like that. Did you see the way people looked at us? My God, what must Troy think?
What must Troy think? Is that all that's bothering you? This is the guy who dumped you after your little affair in Toronto. Now he whistles and you come running.
It's not like that. We talked on the phone, that's all. He's apologized.
Oh, well, good for him.
Look, Flynn, I have special feelings for you. Nothing can change that. But my life's pretty mixed up right now. You've got to cut me some slack so I can work it out.
Well, then, stop treating me like I'm from another planet.
Ah, you're back. Good.
Yeah, I should have checked with you before I took the car. Sorry. I topped up the gas tank.
That's not important. Now listen, Willie.
I don't want another argument, Uncle Sam. Being hunted down, spied on, and insulted is enough for one night. I'm going to bed.
Well, maybe you'd better look at this first.
Another videotape.
Shoved in the mailbox a few minutes ago. Went to the door and nobody there.
Let me have it. No, I want to see it.
Okay, it's up to you.
My God. I can hear him breathing.
Look at that. It's your bedroom.
Telephoto lens. All grainy.
God.
Must have been taken from somewhere up the slope.
Tuesday night. I just washed my hair, then I lay down on the bed to read.
Hello, WB.
God.
Do you like what you see? I do. But I'm not very happy about your reaction to my first video message. Were those cop cars dropping by? Not a good idea. As you can see, they can't stop me. The time for us is getting closer. Until then, I wish you sweet dreams. Here's looking at you, kid.
Oh, God. Sweet dreams to you, creep. It's so humiliating.
No. Hang on, Willie. Don't let him get you down.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
You're right. He wants me to star in his own personal woman as victim movie. Well, if that's the game he's playing, he's in for a hell of a rude awakening.
Now, that's the spirit.
Next morning, I got a fix on the general area where the stalker could have seen into Willie's bedroom. Nothing very precise. 2 or 3 condos, maybe, or the street itself. They were all up the slope from Sam's. I had talked to the supers in a couple of places and was approaching the third when I ran into unexpected company darting out the front door. Tommy Randall, the bicycle courier. Only this time, he wasn't in uniform.
Flynn, hey, what are you doing up here?
Oh, looking around.
For what?
You got a camcorder.
A video camera? What would I want with that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe to take pictures of your friends?
Friends? What are you talking about?
You're sweating, Tommy. Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous. I'm just in a hurry. It's my day off, all right? I get things to do.
Hey, wait a minute. You once told me you had an apartment in the West End. What are you doing over here?
Look, Flynn, I cut some corners. You know, run errands for bookies, things like that, all right?
Yeah?
But I don't rip off cameras.
Well, how about using one to harass someone who trusts you?
Wait, you talking about Miss Greene?
Yeah, you know it, you little ferret. All the time she's been coaching you. You've been getting ideas.
What?
But how do you get her to cozy up to you? You scare the hell out of her with your homemade stalker videos.
Stalker videos?
Yeah.
You're sick, man. You're out of your mind.
Wait a minute. You're going to talk to the cops.
I'll blow it out your ear, crazy man.
Okay, so I went a little over the top with Tommy. But I knew he had a crush on Willie, and no matter what he said, the video stunt was right up his alley. I left a phone message about Tommy on Jan Lamont's machine, then continued checking the slope above Sam's. No luck. I packed it in about 2 p.m. and went back to the office. Parked in front was a blue Pontiac rental. Troy Martin. That's all I needed. As I came in, Sam indicated Willie and her ex-boyfriend were having a private chat upstairs.
You know, I can't believe how right this feels. You and I, together again like this.
Troy, I didn't agree to see you to start things over. You have to understand that. There's someone else in my life, and he's very important to me.
Flynn.
Yes.
He's a very lucky man.
Look, you and I got our signals crossed. I probably expected too much out of the relationship. So let's chalk it up to experience and part friends. Okay?
That's very generous, considering how I treated you.
So, how are things in Toronto?
Well, the firm's in a bit of a mess, actually.
Oh?
Remember the Kalmar deal?
Mm-hmm.
There's a securities investigation.
Are you implicated?
Me? Of course not. Not even named to appear. I took your advice and got out of the deal right after you left town.
Am I likely to be subpoenaed?
I don't think it'll come to that. No, I'm sure it won't.
It's not that I have anything to hide. But, Troy, if I am subpoenaed, I'd have to tell what I know.
Well, of course. Hey, I'm sorry I brought up the subject. You've got enough on your mind these days.
Yeah, you got that right. Another cappuccino?
Sam Greene and Associates, Flynn speaking.
This is Jan Lamont.
Oh, Jan.
Hey, thanks for the second video. Hey, our friend's a real peeping Tommy, isn't he?
Oh, the Randall kid, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's gone to ground, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't worry, we'll pick him up. In the meantime, I want to something else. Can we compare notes?
Well, sure, when?
Well, not right away. I've got to tie up some loose ends. How about tonight? 10 o'clock. Your boat?
Uh-huh.
And get some scotch. We may have something to celebrate.
It was getting foggy when I walked down to the marina. I was still puzzled about Jan's phone call. Why compare notes with me? I was about 20 feet from the Blarney Boy when I saw it. A dark object floating face down in the water near the dock. I was able to roll the body out of the water. As her head lolled back against the walkway, I saw the bloody bruise on her forehead. It was Detective Lamont.
I want your statement right away, Flynn. I'll be with a forensic team going over her car.
Yeah, okay, Billy, yeah.
I'll be right there. I have to get something from my boat. Don't be too long. She was a loner. Kept everything to herself.
I was sick about what happened to Jan Lamont. But this wasn't the time to do penance for misjudging her. I knew Willie was safe with Sam and a uniformed cop Jan had assigned. So I decided to sort out my only lead, an airline baggage tag I found clutched in Jan's hand.
Canadian Airlines, Steve Ward speaking.
Yeah, hi, Steve, it's Flynn. Look, I got a question.
If this is about discount fares to Disneyland, forget it.
No, Steve, this is a very important favor. I have a baggage stub, YVR2547, your company. I need the name of the passenger and the date of flight.
Just a sec. It's in the computer.
Okay.
YVR2547. The name's Robert Brown, Caden Flight 411 on the 5th. He loses bag.
I'll explain later. Thanks, Steve.
No problem, Flynn.
Robert Brown, Flight 411 on the 5th. Who was he? And why was she looking for him? Didn't connect. Baggage tags. Where did I see the baggage tags? Right. When I was with Jan at the airport. Troy Martin's bag. She checked the ticket, but she didn't look at the tags. So she got into his hotel room somehow, checked out the tag like I did, and made the connection. She found out Troy Martin flew in under an assumed name a week before we saw him at the airport. That would screw up his alibi. Ah, hell, this was ridiculous. Where was the proof?
Flynn? Hey, Flynn!
What are you doing here, Sam?
Well, some cop phoned, said you wanted to see me. Said they'd caught the stalker.
Damn it. What about the uniform back at the office?
I went back to the station, I guess. What's wrong? Flynn? What's wrong?
Come on, Willie, answer. Where was she when you left?
Well, in her room upstairs. Why?
The line's dead. It's a setup.
Back already, Sam? Did you identify... Troy, what are you doing up here?
I had to do it, WP. I didn't want to, but she was getting too close.
Too close? What are you talking about?
That detective friend of yours, Jan Lamont. I had to kill her.
Oh, my God.
You have to understand. It's all about the Kalmar deal. I lied to you. I did defraud the company. I'm as guilty as sin.
Troy.
But I can't let my father know.
Troy,
He's senior partner with a law firm. It will ruin him.
Take it easy. You have to turn yourself into the police.
Oh, yeah. You'd like that, wouldn't you? And here I was hoping you'd say for my sake you wouldn't testify. I could have just gone away. The stalker wouldn't have needed to...
You're the stalker.
But you know too much, don't you?
Stay away from me!
I was almost winded by the time I reached the top of the stairs and charged into Willie's room. And there was Troy, wild-eyed and menacing as he drew tight a scarf around Willie's neck. She fought to free herself, but he was too strong for her. Without thinking, I threw myself into the battle and was deflected into a chest of drawers. But for a moment, Troy was distracted, and he moved away from Willie. Her kick came out of nowhere and caught him on the side of the head.
That was too close.
Tell me about it.
It's a nice move.
Yeah. Jan taught me. He said he killed her. Is that true?
Yeah, but I'm afraid so. I should have been on to him faster.
Oh, God, what about me? He was conning me all over again. Just like the last time.
It's okay. Willie, please tell me you're all right.
She's okay, Sam. She's gonna be fine.
Oh, thank God.
After Jan's funeral, Willie and I took off for a week on the Blarney Boy. We had a lot of healing to do. I told her how crazy jealous I'd been about Troy and Tommy, even Jan Lamont. She cried a lot over her lost friend and talked about her disastrous record in dating unfaithful men. Somehow, our confessions helped draw us closer together.
You've just heard Flynn, Part 6, The Stalker, written by Lyle and Barbara Brown, starring Boyd Norman as Flynn, Colleen Winton as Willie, and Robert Clothier as Sam. Special guest Thérèse Champagne played Jan, with Tracy Olson as Troy. You also heard Matt Hill as Tommy, Ruby Truly as Mrs. Wong, and John Blackwell Destry as Delaney. The recording engineer was Chris Cuttress, with sound effects by Joe Silva. The production assistants, Dagmar Kafanka and Loretta Joyce. Music for Flynn is composed by Alan Cranny, and the series script consultant is James W. Nichol. Flynn is produced and directed in Vancouver by Don Kowalchuk, and the series executive producer is Bill Howell.